Good afternoon, and this is take two, JK take one, JK take two, of the round four of African Youth Chess Championship held in Gauteng / Johannesburg, South Africa. I'm here. My name is, let's start with my name. I think that's a good idea. My name is Jessie February. I'm a Women International Master, and I'm joined by Women International Master / International Grandmaster, Anzel Laubscher.
Undercover.
How are you doing?
Good afternoon, Jessie. I'm good, thanks, and you?
I'm good. Honestly, I was checking out Anzel, and there's no full stop there. I was checking out your course earlier.
You were checking me out?
I was checking you out, girl. Damn!
How did they say dude? No, bro, dude, boy, dude.
Yes.
Bro.
Bro.
What? Bro, fam.
Fam.
Those were my words that I learned yesterday. This generation is very informative.
Indeed. Yes. So I was checking out her course. You're doing the preparation of
teacher's course
this morning, and working with a bunch of very enthusiastic students. How are they doing so far?
Absolutely fantastic. We had such a nice time, so many informative interactions, and I always say that I love to learn from my students. And this morning, I learned quite a lot. Some of them have been in coaching, education, teaching, arbitrating for many, many years, even decades. And it's so nice to see how they bring all these aspects together to chess and education.
I like that.
Yeah, so today I introduced the chess dice, Jessie. We had so much fun. Some of the teachers who are not players as such, but they know the rules, they know the basics.
Yes.
And they were now playing the chess dice against some of the coaches who have players playing in this tournament.
Oh, really?
And
okay.
some of the coaches lost. I won't mention Tinus's name.
Oh,
but,
okay. My name, yes, of course.
It was so much fun because that's based on luck, So that's the one time you can tell your opponent you were lucky to beat me. So
Indeed.
yeah, we had a good morning. I quickly sneaked away and then came back again now. So.
You changed. That's the one thing I wanted to mention. Anzel was wearing this amazing white shirt with the, over vest and the little buttons and everything. I was like, damn, you're so smart. Like, you got to come in and stream like that. But somehow, I'm so influential that you just want to do matchy today.
Yeah.
Next time.
I won't mention what happened to my white shirt though. So
this
is not. Yeah.
Did it eat before you did?
It wanted to take takeaways, drive through or something. I don't know. But black is safer. And Jessie,
yes.
Should we tell them? Are you thirsty? Okay, so we are not allowed to drink coffee today. We had a massive scolding last night from Jenny.
Yeah, my mum.
She said, you girls are drinking too much coffee. It's
You're
too much coffee.
It's coffee this, coffee that.
So we are having water. No coffee, Jenny. You see, no coffee.
Indeed.
Okay.
But
so here we go. What?
I was, I deleted all video footage of the stream right before this because I was like, I cannot stand a stream where you are not on it.
Oh, so that's why you started over.
I started over. So people who were here in the beginning, you are probably thinking, but why is this stream only 7 minutes long? I was here for like 40 minutes already. And to that, I'll say you must be going crazy because Anzel and I started the stream and we will continue right until the end. The elves in the roof, something happened and it disconnected, unfortunately. But I thought, why not just restart it? And there we go. Twice the energy. We just missed the double round today. So we thought, 2 streams, 1 round. Why not?
We're consistent like that.
We are consistent.
Consistency is key.
But tomorrow, I heard you're leaving me again.
Just in the morning.
So you'll
for dice chess.
Right. So you'll be here from round 6 again, all the way till the end.
Yes, every round then till the end.
But I do have to mention that tomorrow you will be temporarily replaced by 2 special guests.
Who are they?
One of them is also a grandmaster, just like you, who is Ahmed Adli, and he is the at the moment, I think, the acting president of the Egyptian Chess Federation.
Indeed, he is.
And he's also one of the coaches here with the Egyptian delegation, which is super exciting. He did lend us, or I think he will be lending us a bit of his time tomorrow morning, as well as someone who may be a veteran on Twitch. I believe he's also streamed a little bit. I'm a little bit worried as to what he will be talking about on stream, but his name is James Denham, and he'll be joining me as well. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I know. Yes, I know him.
You do know him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. But if he's a veteran, what am I then?
No, just on Twitch. You're not a veteran on Twitch just yet. You're just
A veteran.
in real life. No, I'm joking.
Can you feel the love? Can you just feel the love? Yeah.
You know, they say that you gotta keep your friends close and the people who feed you closer. So
I should have kept my shirt on then, the white one.
Indeed. So I decided to shift the camera a little bit today. So we had round 1, we were looking at the under 18 section, and then round 2, we were looking at the juniors. But then we had to sort of rush through those games because they were playing so fast.
Yeah.
And that hall just like cleared out. You saw like 100 boards in front of you, and just all of them were gone, and like you blinked, and you know it was over. Boink. Round 3, we were back to the under 18 section, but now we're taking a look at the under 16 open section, board 3 and 4. And the reason I chose board 3 and 4 because it's a little bit closer to the girls section, and they're just behind this table.
Is that Haley? No.
Yes, exactly. So just behind this table, you can see the under 18 girls playing the top 2 boards, and then we have the under 16 and under 14 girls. And Haley placed in the top 5 at the South African Closed Chess Championship, qualifying as one of the members who will be representing South Africa at the World Olympiad this year in Budapest, Hungary. And Haley's playing on board 1 against one of Angola's top female chess players,
Jemima?
Paulo.
Oh.
I've played against her once.
Yeah.
I think if I remember correctly, she played in the Zonal Chess Championship a couple years ago when we played in Lesotho.
Yes.
Yes, she won that tournament.
Yeah, I remember.
So she won that tournament, and I don't know what her title is. If we were
She's a WFM.
She's a WFM, and
Yes.
what would have been nice, of course, if you win the zonal, or what has happened in the past is you win the zonal and you get an IM or WIM title respectively, and somehow that competition was not a qualifier for a direct title, unfortunately.
You know, by the way, that was actually how I got mine back in the days.
Okay.
Because then there was no rating requirement even. So I actually got my WIM title unrated. I didn't have a FIDE rating. So I had a
Unrated?
title before a rating.
Do you think you were the first title player that didn't have a rating?
Oh, most probably. I don't know. It's very
They were
possible.
like, your chess is so stonksy and so cool that we have to give you a title.
But you know what was the problem, Jess? When I was a junior, we couldn't play internationally. So we had SA championships, and they would select a team, and maybe I think when I was a matric, the year when I was a matric, they sent one player, only the winners of that was primary school and high school. So there wasn't under 10, under 8, under 12 or whatever. It was primary school, high school. So when I was in primary school, when I started to play chess when I was 9, there were no age groups. I had to play primary school, which was up to the boys and the girls all together under 13. That's
amazing.
it.
That really pushes you, though.
Yes. And then when you get to high school, there's high school team. That's it. So either you win or you don't. And so this was quite interesting because when I was at especially primary school and high school, they selected teams, but we were not allowed to play internationally because of the sanctions of apartheid.
That's true.
So we were all dressed up and know where to go, you know, like the reverse of Cinderella. Is it as poestertjie?
You didn't?
Cinderella is as poestertjie, no?
You didn't turn back into a pumpkin?
I didn't have a pumpkin.
You
I
didn't
had
have
no
a pumpkin?
pumpkin. No pumpkin.
No mice?
No, I had the dress, but no pumpkin.
Oh, the dress, but no pumpkin. That is quite sad.
Okay, something like that.
And pumpkin is pretty delicious, so you don't really...
It's good for you. It gives you curly hair. Didn't you know that? Carrots make your eyes stronger.
Eyes blue. What?
No, stronger.
Oh, my mom always told me that if I ate carrots, it would make my eyes blue. That's why I eat so much carrots. My eyes are still not blue. Damaging.
What else did your parents tell you? Like the
Oh.
watermelon pip, swallowing it,
Yes,
you grow a watermelon.
it makes you grow a tree in your tummy.
Yeah.
If you watch too much television, your eyes will turn into a square.
So those we spoke about yesterday, yeah?
If you pull your face funny and the clock strikes 12, you'll stay like that. Yeah, stuff like that.
I remember those. And if you lie down and eat, then you grow horns.
I didn't hear that one.
Yes.
But now I know.
Tell us, what did your parents tell you?
Yeah.
Tell us, what did your parents tell you when you were little that you believed, except now for that we can't mention again?
We can't mention what?
Vader.
Oh, Father Christmas and the Tooth Fairy are related.
They're real.
Through marriage.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see some games. Let's see some chess. Maybe we should stick to chess, yeah.
We should stick to chess, and that is exactly what we're going to do. I wanted to take a look at who we can see first and then work our way, because there was some requests in chat as well to take a look at the under 12 open section. And we will definitely do that. We'll try to cover as many games as possible. Or perhaps I have a different strategy.
What is the
today,
strategy?
So that we can cover more ground.
Okay.
We start with the younger ones.
Yes.
And then we work our way up, because I suppose the likelihood of having games that are still live in the younger and lower age groups are unlikely after like an hour and a half.
I hear you. Let's do that.
So I'm going to go back, and we can start with the under 8 girls, because ladies first.
Ladies first.
And then, we already have a result there.
Already. I want to see the game. Can we just see the game quickly?
Of course we may.
Why was it so fast?
Anything for you, darling.
Of course, I know.
Okay, so let's take a look at the pairings in the under 8 girls, just to take a look at who is who in the zoo. There are only 4 players on 3 out of 3 at the moment. And on the first board, we have Janelle Mutale from Zambia. That is Zambia, right?
Yes.
And Isabella. Oh, I met Isabella this morning. Isabella Takamara, I met her, and what a lovely... And 1800
performance rating.
Amazing.
And a full score. Let's see.
All right, so let's take a look at the game.
So Isabella was playing black, yeah?
Yes, she was playing black, and unfortunately the game ended very quickly. So we have d4. Very interesting. Do you know what this opening is called?
Tell me.
It is called the England Gambit.
Okay.
And I think one of my moderators on Twitch are actually a huge fan of the England Gambit.
That's like England.
England Gambit. Yeah.
Ah. Yeah. Is it someone that didn't know how to spell England?
They forgot the copy on the A.
Beyond the... Okay. Good. Let's go.
H5. So this is a novelty. Bishop F4 protecting, and after captures. Knight C3, Queen to A5. F3, very, very interesting move.
There are no games with this position found.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, let's see.
Yes.
Okay.
B5.
Oh.
So one thing we can definitely gather from this game is that all the opening principles went out the window, because these players are at a level that they don't need to develop their pieces.
Yeah, I think here it's quite important to remember that playing F3, now F2 and F7 in the beginning of the game, F2 and F7 are the weakest square on the chessboard, or the weakest pawns, because it's only protected by the king. That's why when we go for the 4-move checkmate, for instance, we target that F7 square. Or even later, if we transpose into it, the F7 and F2 squares are very weak in general. So you want to keep an eye on that. So F3 is actually opening up that square even more, So this is why we try not to make moves like F3 when the king is not castled and it's exposed and so on. And also in this case, the queen came out very early. Now, I always tell the little ones, especially the under 8s, when you think of a castle in general, the palace, the king and queen, what does the queen do in a palace, Jessie? What is her job?
They get dressed.
Yes, they sit there, they look pretty, chat to the king, keep him company, and the queen will tell the other pieces or the people to, this one must mop there and do that and so on.
Yeah, according to Bridgerton, the people of the ton are not allowed to work.
Exactly. No, don't mention shows like that. This is a family show. Right. So, the queen doesn't go out and mop the floors and do the ironing, right?
Yes.
Now, in this case, Both bishops, both knights are still in their pajamas. They haven't even moved yet for black now. Sorry, for black. The queen is out. She's mopping the floors. She's ironing. She's doing the dishes. This is not her job. So she should be back there. The other pieces must come out, and then the king castles, and he hides away in the corner, and that's it. All right, so this is very important. When we develop our pieces, the queen should go last. She gives the orders. She sits back. She sits with the king and said, "Okay, my darling, so what would you like them to do today?" And then he would say, "Well, I think we should attack on the king's side or on the queen's side." And then she will give the orders, the other pieces must jump out and they must go do the work. And then later, the queen is the last to arrive at the party. That, what do you call it when you fashionably late?
I see.
So she arrives when everyone is out already.
But
then
we
she
do
joins
that,
the
but like
party.
not on purpose.
Not on purpose at all. At all.
Like you were today. No, but it's
Yeah.
yeah. So maybe a move like Queen D5 now is the reason why this move got two question marks, rather. And then after Queen D2, Knight to F6, and long castle.
Yeah.
So there's castling on the board.
The black king is in the center, so white should most probably now open up the center and just open up files and attack the king.
I agree, indeed. And it's really important here for black to try and do the same, get the king safe. But after D5, Knight to B1, probably, just threatening the queen, but also stopping any future checkmates over there. Queen takes A2, got a bit of a mistake.
But could the I see, yeah. But even here, I think maybe instead of knight b1, the knight could just take on d5. No? Am I missing something?
You're not missing anything.
Ah.
Indeed, I think that this is an option.
She was probably scared of the queen taking, yeah. But then, there's
checkmate.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, there's coming checkmate, king, and yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Ouchie.
So I suppose that's why that didn't happen. Though I'm wondering why the engine does not favor this move too much. I suppose it does. It still gives an advantage.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah, maybe there was just a quick way around. Alrighty, so knight b1, queen takes a2, safer the better. Better safe than sorry. G4. It is crazy. Now, this is actually giving black an advantage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so...
Sure, how quickly the tables turn. But still, this queen is really working way too hard.
I'm trying to see what the move could possibly be here. Maybe bishop b4 with a tempo or not. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Okay. I think it is bishop b4.
Yeah.
But okay, let's see what happened. Takes, knight takes. Oh.
Huh?
Oh. Wow.
Look, this feels almost like Fisher random.
Yes.
I'm
where the
confused because I'm not
there
used to the pieces being where they are at the moment.
There are a lot of random moves. And yeah, it is weird to see, this sort of after 13 moves. But okay, queen takes d5 and rook a5. There's a maiden one.
Oh, ouchie.
So I think players just moved terribly quickly because I think they just spent seconds on the clock there. They got excited. They just wanted to play. You see a move, you play a move, and you don't really put much thought into it. But this I don't think is any reflection on how the players truly can play, because this is a difficult tournament to get to, first of all. Not in terms of transportation, I just meant in terms of qualification. Yes. In order to qualify for such a tournament, you must have shown your skills somewhat, and this is not in any reflection how the players can play in totality. But okay. Shall we check out board 2? Because I think that board is actually still going on right now. So we have Ava Janssen from Rendsburg, and she is playing against Said Fatma.
Oh, these are both rated players, if I'm not mistaken. Or only Fatma is rated, yeah?
I don't think either player is rated.
Okay, so let's see this game. This should be interesting.
All right, so let's take a look from the beginning. E4, E5, knight f3, knight c6.
Just for interest sake, you know that Egypt brought 4 coaches to this event.
That's very impressive.
They have a really strong coaching team. Which
So let me guess. One for opening, one for middle game, one for endgame, and one for tactics.
I don't know, but I know one is also for, they have a psychologist with the team.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
The one coach is also a psychologist. So
I wonder if they're available to see me.
To see you? There's no help. There's no hope. We will need an entire psychologist team for you. Hi, Jessie. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Hi, chats. Good to see you. They're saying hello to you, by the way.
Oh, hello, everyone.
Hello, hello, hello.
Where's the funny one?
Where's the funny one?
Who was
the
that
funny
yesterday?
one is here.
Waterfall or something.
Yeah, he's here.
Where's
here.
Waterfall?
He was making some word jokes earlier as well.
He did?
Yeah, he did. I'm trying to look for it quickly.
But I'm so scared I won't catch it.
Not Jemima Polo.
Oh, Marco Polo, Jemima Polo. No, I didn't get it.
Me neither.
Okay.
I think sometimes his jokes are so advanced that I'm just like, haha. Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you need to explain a little bit more.
Alrighty.
But interesting here, if we look at the time, Jess,
Yes.
okay, this is not the actual position that we see now, but I can see the time on the side, and they, Fatma she actually has more time on the clock than what she started with. So let's just see what is the actual position.
Yeah. So we're gonna go. Oh, my favorite. Oh, my favorite.
Okay, here we go.
Yes, this is
Cute
like
piano.
homemade food, comfort food, like the best dish you can possibly think about, made at home.
Why do you go like this when you
Because
say
it's
that?
Italian hands and we know
I
it's
can
pasta.
just imagine.
It's
And you're
happening.
going there.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
I miss my mom's pasta. I'm telling you right now. But yeah,
Jenny,
like
Uber
default.
Eats. Jenny, Uber Eats. Pasta, Uber Eats,
Are you
Jenny.
telling her to open up a restaurant and then send
Yeah.
me a dish from that restaurant?
Yes.
I
We
understand.
want that tonight.
Okay. So something like d4 would have made more sense in this position, at least to me, because after captures bishop b4 check, and you can just cover like this. And it's a lot better for white, just because white has the center. White was just able to cover that check very quickly. After takes, you take with the queen, not the knight, because the knight wants the square.
Okay, got
Instead
it.
of d2. Castle easily. You're also not in any way having to worry about bishop g4 because there's no pin. So that would have been rather comfortable. But I think white just wanted to be a little bit more safe and take things slow by playing c3 and bishop b3 first before d4.
Okay, I get it. All right. So the bishop wants to hop into that. Oh, or not. I thought the bishop might want to hop into that c2 square. Not necessarily. But I like the bishop on wait, isn't there a sacrifice here? Whose move is it now? Just put the pawn back. Isn't there a sacrifice? Bishop takes. No, there's not.
Unfortunately.
They're going there with d3.
They would like
That's
to.
the idea.
But I think that even the idea you're thinking about doesn't work.
No, I'm thinking, check.
King takes and queen takes.
Ah,
Yes.
that's so clever.
Yeah.
Because then they take your
So-
queen.
Yeah, now
Archie.
you're like a sprinkle of a piece down.
Almost.
Unfortunately. But I see what
Sometimes
you
it works.
Sometimes it works. No, I always look for that. And I get so disappointed and frustrated when it doesn't work. Because
And
I'm
we
like, why
forget
don't
that
you
the
give me
queen
this
can
tactic?
take. Yeah, we forget that the queen can take the knight as well.
Exactly.
Ah.
No, I would have definitely gone for that in any instance, maybe in a bullet game or something like that.
Oy.
But I think white maybe quickly realized that they missed out on this opportunity to play a d4. Because
see.
now there is a pin on the knight, and we might have a guest coming through over there. It is our friend Tando, who has the camera and the whole setup. Come say hello quickly. Come say hello. He doesn't want to.
He's taking pictures of us.
He wants to take photos of us, and
We
this
should
is
smile.
amazing. Yes, we should. But we should also, be candid and like look at the screen.
Pretend
or, like,
that we don't
intently.
see it.
Yeah, and be
Oh,
like,
no, we're
heavy into
focusing and
yeah. So we're gonna let him take some photos of us while chats to us, and we talk about how d3, and now it's looking more like I don't want to say a Rilo pairs, because there's no a6, there's no b5 to push the bishop back, but maybe it's a Rilo pairs that benefits white a little bit more.
So do you think the idea will be the same here with white to castle, knight BD2, rook E1, knight F1, and then the knight swings around to that side? Or what is the plan here for white?
I think that's definitely one of the things that I learned when learning, the Italian or the gioco piano, and I still, till this day, don't know how to properly pronounce gioco piano. I'm just saying gioco because that's
I say gioco piano.
Gioco.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Gioco.
Gioco. Yeah, it is, I suppose, Italian. No, Miroshenko, that grandmaster, yes. So he said gioco piano once.
Gioco.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought gioco is a brand of tea, but then I just remembered that and said gioco from then on. But yeah, basically, the plan would be. I'm just talking about the plan right now. Would be something like this, right? So you'd play rook e1, like you said, and maybe queen d7, just playing some normal moves here for black. Rook e8, maybe bishop here, maybe. I'm just going to assume this is not a problem at all. b5 and queen d2, and you bring your rook in eventually. You go d4. I'm not talking about any threats or stuff, but I'm just talking about the structure, which white wants to achieve and how to develop the pieces. So after castles here, d5 before castling.
Oh.
So once again, kids, stay in school, don't do drugs, and don't play d5 before castling.
Before castling,
yeah. There we go. Which, I mean, this just opens up for white, so you can probably take and play rook e1.
But now there's also the square for the knight, because now e4 is a nice knight square even.
I like the way you're thinking. Yes, I do like that a lot.
Tick-tock.
You are just seeing all the things that I don't see. I love it.
No, I just like squares for knights.
You like squares for knights? I need to.
I like knights to be nightmares. Huh?
I agree with you there. All right, so h3, which is a normal move, and it's a multi-purpose move. We've spoken a lot about the different things you need to look at in the opening, and one thing I suppose we hadn't really tackled, just because it's a given after everything we've said, is that multi-purpose moves trump one movers all the time. So if your one mover is a4 because you want the bishop to go there, it has one purpose. But the more purposes or reasons to move a piece, the better. And this has more than one purpose. You're attacking the bishop, you're allowing the king some space to breathe, you're also pushing the bishop back. At some stage you can even go g4. So the more reasons you have to make a certain move, the better it is.
I like that multi-purpose move. I like that.
Indeed. Okay. Thank you so much. Compliments from you just hit different.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're rare, yeah?
They're so rare.
Ay.
So knight b to d2 and captures.
Is this what's happened?
No, this is what happened. This is the game. I want to know from you, what would you capture back with? Again, it's one of those situations where I'm racking my brain. Do you take with the pawn? How do you capture in the center? The center is just like this cloud of smoke for me. I really don't know.
In general, I know the idea is to keep a pawn on e4. If it's e4, e5, you try to keep a pawn on e4. Because I like the idea of, I'm thinking if I take with a pawn, later on there's the idea of either knight c4 or rook e1, knight f1, but the knight to eventually, the d2 knight to get to f5 maybe?
I like that. F5. Yeah. What a beautiful square. So you sort of want to reroute it. I mean, you mentioned the square, and I make that dream happen for you.
Yeah, but now remember, if the pawn is on e4, then that's not... So you want the pawn on e4 and your knight on f5.
I still make it happen for you.
Yeah, you can make it happen, eh? But now we just have to consider the fact that as soon as you move... If you take with the pawn on e4 and you move the knight away... If your knight goes to c4, then there's that headache of queen takes, rook takes, bishop takes f3. I don't like that though.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
So maybe if we're adamant to take with a pawn, then we might have to play the queen to c2 maybe or something. I
see.
Or not?
Yeah.
Yeah? No?
I see too.
Not sure. I'm not so sure.
I like your idea because maybe the first problem white might have is to defend the pawn. Second problem, move the knight. Third problem, the pin.
Yeah.
So lots of problems.
So, but if we move the queen to c2 after we took on e4, then it solves almost Oh,
But then you have the problem of c1 bishop. 99 problems, but the queen 8-1. No?
but also, oh.
Mhm.
Okay, so, but if we take with the knight,
I like taking with the knight more than I do. But then, no.
I don't
You're
like
right.
the knight
You're right,
going.
because then this already is. But I suppose you could take with the bishop at the end.
Yeah, but also, except even not for that, but I don't like the idea of the knight going to d5 earlier.
Ah.
Like if you take with the knight and if the now
Knight
played
d5.
there, I don't like. Oh, snap! I missed that.
It's okay. Sometimes you don't really need your bishop in that moment, or ever.
Especially if it's a dark square bishop.
Exactly. Who needs a dark square bishop? It's not doing much.
I completely missed that. Okay.
No, it's okay. You were testing me.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was.
And I saw
just
it.
wanted
I
to
passed
see.
the test.
You passed
Thank
the
you
test.
for testing me.
Okay, so I actually like the knight then, maybe.
So
But
yeah, either knight
still-
takes or pawn takes. It's a bit of a tricky situation. But Ava decided on the pawn here, and after castles, rook e1 and h6. These players are playing really, really good chess here. So bishop c2 to defend the pawn.
Mhm.
Because maybe the idea is to just move the knight, and in case of queen takes, rook takes, this pawn is not hanging.
Oh,
So
yeah.
very, very well spotted there, bishop c2, we like it. And now the knight's going back, maybe for f5 though, I'm not too sure. Okay, this is
Knights,
also a normal idea. Knight to f1, queen
Yes.
f6.
So she's going for the f5 square.
Ooh, going for the kill,
Oh.
going for
But
the
this is-
jugular.
Ah, I see.
Now I'm wondering if knight g3 or knight h2 is better here. Maybe even, no.
What?
I was looking at bishop e3 because it's a strong bishop.
True. That queen is really irritating there.
Knight g3 is apparently a mess. I think, let's see what the computer thinks about this move. Also not too bad.
Not too keen on that either.
Bishop e3 also not. What is the move?
What should we do here? Help us, guys. Can anyone tell us?
Yeah, maybe you guys can help out in chat. Thank you so much for the follows, the stream already. Jessie never uses a light squared bishop when with black. Yes, I know I play the French defense. Leave me alone. Not gonna lie, there, the colors look good in the playing hall. It does, right? It really, really, really does. And somehow the camera seems to have. Okay, no, the camera is good. I'm happy with it there.
What is the comment above that? Who's that? Okay, let's just look at Haley's game quickly, please.
I think it's important to see Haley's game soon. This is reminds me of what happened earlier. So
Just go up
Anzel,
again.
yeah,
I saw my name there.
yes, yesterday Anzel was saying Jessie compliments were rare. Now Jessie's saying Anzel's.
It's a new day.
It's a new day. It's a
New
dawn.
day, new day, new opinions.
That's true. 93 maybe. So 93 was a suggestion. 93 also, maybe. Okay, we're gonna give up for a second. Apparently G4 is the way you go because
Yeah,
you
because
really
you need to
don't
break
want.
you need to break the pin.
You really don't want this mess to be messy. So I wanted to tell a story to chat. So Anzel was there, so she's not going to benefit much from the story. But perhaps my storytelling abilities would be commended afterwards. But we were sitting at lunch, and one of Anzel's older students, not older students, I suppose, students came up and were sitting there, and he needed some help with preparation. So he had this like mega tablet device thing to
It's called an
prepare.
iPad.
That's what it's called. You know, I'm not with the times with the kids these days. It's crazy. And I wanted to help look up the games because research is something at least I can pride myself on. My memory's bad. Sometimes my English fails me. At least I have my research. So I took
What is this confession hour?
I think so. It's
Oh.
confession booth.
Oh,
Like they do
okay.
in Norway chess. Okay. So I took the iPad, and along with the iPad came 2 forks because there was a magnet on the cover.
It got stuck. Yeah.
It got stuck to the iPad. And then I was like, you know what this means, Mason? So I took off the forks, I put them back down, and I was like, this means you're going to win your game today with a fork. And he's like, no, I'm going to win it with a queen sacrifice. Or I don't know what he went on to talk about. So later on, we're going to find out what actually happened, and hopefully he was looking for those 2 forks.
Maybe he
in
got
the
a
game.
double fork.
Maybe he got a double fork or family fork.
A royal fork.
A royal fork.
Royal
That was
flush.
called,
Oh no, that's wrong sport.
Wrong sport. Yeah, but same thing.
Can we
same
just
thing.
look at Haley's game as well, please?
Okay,
Because
we're still at the under 8s, but okay, let's go under 8 girls. Haley's game, and then come back under 8 boys. Okay,
good.
Open section. All right, now let's quickly take a look. So we're gonna go really quickly just to A4 is not liked at all, just because of knight takes H2 probably, and this pawn is hanging, and that's exactly what happened. Yeah, that does not look pleasant
like
at all.
Pac-Man. Ooh,
It is a Pac-Man knight, and now a blunder by black, but it's still in black's favor here, and the queen is gone, but so is white's queen, and somehow things seem super imbalanced. And this is the last position that we had. Ava is taking ages to decide what to do. But the dust has sort of settled on this game so far. So let's go back and take a look at Haley's game, because otherwise we're going to find more complaints in chat, and we really don't want that. So just to switch scenes real quickly, I'm going to go look for the game. So it is the under 18 girls section, where Haley Nell from South Africa is playing against Jemima Paulo.
While you find that, interesting, something that we had to decide, remember before the tournament, before the event, so the media group, Jesse and I on the media group, and the people really worked super, super hard behind the scenes. I wish you guys could see. It's like 2 a.m. then Liesel or who's the other person? Hanley or someone will post something and say, okay, I've finished this, and then it's these name badges and designing certain things. It was crazy.
2 a.m.
Yes,
doing stuff,
and we don't see them around, but they are the people that worked super, super hard to make this event happen. And Sean Leviton and all of them. So the one day they asked, because they were busy with the name tags, and they said, should they call it, because the open section, where mainly the boys are playing, it's just called open, so should they call it the ladies section, the girls section, or female? What was it? Female, ladies, and girls section. So they ask our opinion on that. So maybe in the chat, tell us, what do you think? Should it be called, for this event, is girls section, ladies section, female section? Tell us, what do you think?
Yeah, I think if you're using for the, I wouldn't say the senior, but the older sections as well. I mean, we look at the clothes and they said it was the ladies section. I think that's one of the proper ways to say it. But girls as well, if you're under 18, it's okay to call you a girl.
I like that, queens.
The queen section, the king section.
That should have, no, not the king section, but open. But just the queen section.
The queen section and the open section.
Yeah.
The pawn section.
Queen section.
The knight section. The bishop section. The rook section.
Night section is only for afternoon games.
What? Girl section for youth, but I don't really go here. Okay.
Yeah. I also voted for girl section, remember?
Girl seems wrong for older sections, but that's just my opinion. Mykonos calls it the elite section and the open section. Exactly. So we're the elite section. And then, so instead of girls.
That's us.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
I'm so sad that this year Anzel and I, for the first time, will not be participating in the Mykonos tournament, Women's Month tournament. So hopefully we can maybe, go to Langebaan later on in the year if there isn't another event that we can sneak into.
It will just not feel right not to be there, hey?
It really will.
Yeah. I mean, we started, remember the first one we played, it was in the midst of the year before COVID, and then in 2019, and then 2020, there was no.
Wow, 5 years ago.
And then 2021, 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
And now we're going to miss it.
Yeah.
Aww.
Missing out, queens. Yes, missing out this year.
I know.
Okay, so shall we take a look?
Yes, let's look at from the start.
This game between, and Jemima's taking a hike at the moment.
A hike? Like
a walk? So walking around.
Oh, because I just saw something there that it seems like, according to the coach there, I think, or someone, that it was not what they were hoping for, the position. So let's see.
Right. So Haley's playing with the white pieces, D for knight of 64.
So the rating difference here is about 350.
Wow.
But I don't think Haley's rating is accurate. I mean, she's much stronger than what her rating might be. So she's up and coming, and I mean, then anything is possible.
Exactly. And so far, I mean, this is very interesting. You don't often see this e5 move, but of course it is theory, it's preparation, and not a lot of time has been spent in the opening either. I think the moment players started to think was on move 8, and this is move 8 here, bishop b3, and Jemima took 12 minutes to play e takes d4 here. So perhaps this is where her theory ended.
Yeah.
And now she needed to come up with a way either to try and equalize the position, because with black, unfortunately, in the beginning of the game, you have white with a slight home field advantage, given that they are a move ahead. Black has, when the game starts, has to equalize first before fighting for an advantage.
Yeah.
And that's often what players forget. They try to fight for an advantage from the beginning with the black pieces, and unfortunately, that's not entirely possible. And black tries to hold off that equalization as long as possible. So bishop to b3, capturing on d4, c takes d4, bishop b4 check, and king f1 with an exclam. So that is actually the correct move in this position. But Haley spent 8 minutes trying to think up the correct move. And it makes sense. You really don't want to play bishop d2 because the pawn on d4 is hanging, and this is the only right way, and you're probably going to castle by hand. Knight f3, king g2, rook e1, and so on. So queen to e2, and just putting pressure on the position, taking advantage of the fact that white's pieces are going to take a while to coordinate, given that white cannot just spend one move castling. It'll be a couple moves. Bishop d2 wasn't liked by the engine here. So my question, I suppose, is what would happen? Let's see.
Okay, so yeah, if it's bishop takes, the queen can't take on e4 because of rook e1. So that is...
Sorry, I have to sniff. I'm just going to mute myself. Yeah, thank you.
Are you okay there? I heard that. Why didn't you mute it so I couldn't hear it?
Couldn't mute myself IRL, unfortunately. But the weather is so unpredictable that like 1 second you're just chilling, the next second it's like, hey, I'm your nose. Can I...
I want to go running.
Yes, I want to go. I know, it's the worst. All right. Yeah, so but thank you so much for bearing with my sniffs there, Anzel. So bishop d2, castles, and bishop takes, queen takes. And I have so many questions. So many questions.
I need to first understand this position now.
Yeah, Haley is going to have to answer a couple questions herself. And the questions being, where's your king going to go? How quickly are you going to be able to get it safe? Are you going to be able to get the rook into the game? What will be the situation when black puts pressure on the pawns in the center? And yeah, if black really wants to, they could try to attack with every move. Rook d8. I wonder how to go about this, maybe even...
You see, what makes this tricky here is that white wants to move the knight, right? So if white can get the g knight out...
probably knight e2 here, actually.
Yeah, but now the thing is, the bishop on c8 is waiting for that knight to move.
That's why I suggest knight e2. Because now, if bishop to g4, we play f3, f3, and we have a temporary square for this. Because black doesn't have a dark squared bishop, so maybe king f2 is not so bad.
Oh, but I'm also thinking, for some reason, I want to get the white bishop. Now, I know we shouldn't be moving the pieces so many times, but I want to get the white bishop on c2 for some reason.
Oh, you want to... If you hear noises, it's just the defrosting of my Coke Zero.
Of the Coke Zero. Because then also
like
we can harass the queen a little bit, you know, with some rook b1 moves, even if we have to. And because I'm thinking something along the lines, this is if white can make a few moves in a row, you know, consecutive moves. So like something like bishop c2, rook b1, rook b3, lifting the rook.
That's true. Rook b1, rook b3, and lifting the rook. And someone in chat suggests king f1 looks miserable, but what about c5 though after rook d8, knight e2? So rook d8, let me just see if this is the last move that was made. So knight e2 was played. So knight e2, rook d8, And then I think something like maybe f3, immediately c5, and then d5. Because you do not want to take that pawn. You also don't want to allow your opponent to take it. So pushing the pawn seems just natural.
What about the other way around? So instead of moving the knight in this position, we put the rook on b1.
Because you're threatening something.
Yeah, so now, this is like you said earlier, there's a double reason for this. Because we want to maybe have a rook lift, get the rook to the third rank and swing the rook over. And also we want to move the bishop away. So now black has to do something about that queen. All about that queen.
All about that queen. About that queen. No trouble. No, I'm not singing today.
What about, I don't know, but I feel like this should be some kind of a plan.
I think rook b1 looks very,
Rook
very
b1.
attractive. Yeah.
Bishop c2, rook b3. And the queen,
Because the
it
king
leaves
will have to move maybe.
Yeah, but it leaves the queen. I know we want to move the knight on g1. I know we need to move the knight. But don't we have enough pieces to attack the king? If we can get the bishop to c2, remember the pawn can push at some stage, and the queen goes to h5.
Maybe here e5 is nice. Doesn't like it at all.
No, first play bishop c2, and then you play e5, and then...
I didn't like that at all either.
Huh? Does it like bishop c2? No? I just want to see, just for my own sanity.
Okay, yeah, we need to save that.
Oh, no, it doesn't like that either. Meow.
Meow. And then maybe knight d7.
Okay, but now if we play c5, e5, then it blocks out the knight. Does it not?
I would let it. I would just leave it. I'd go here first. Knight to f6 and g3. No, I'm joking, obviously. Not g3.
Why are you so adamant to bring your rook in when you have enough pieces to attack? Not. Okay, maybe you don't have
all my pieces to attack.
Maybe you don't have enough.
I like e5 more, actually, you're right. But maybe I don't like it so much. Okay, knight e2. Because knight f6 now here. And now my plan is to go like this.
What about?
If you go here, I'm just going to play h3.
Yeah.
You go back f3. And my plan is king f2, rook e1.
What if we just play h4, h5, h6, and the rook left to not h4.
Girl,
h3.
your king is unsafe. Okay.
But you want to get the rook out anyway.
You make a valid point.
Not so valid anymore.
Okay, back to the game.
I'm just trying to find different ways to get this king to safety. But the thing is, the king is actually okay-ish if we can get the rook out. Imagine we remove the rook from h1. Then we're happy with the king there. Am I right?
To some degree.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So the problem is the rook. It's not actually the king, it's the rook, is it not?
Maybe.
So if we find a way like h4, h5, rook h4, why not? In Spanish we would say, ¿por qué no?
¿Por qué no?
¿Por qué no? Why not? ¿Por qué no?
Una mesa para dos personas, por favor.
Una café con leche. Con leche.
Con leche con azúcar.
Café con leche. Sucra.
Azúcar.
Uno sucra.
Azúcar.
Azúcar. Uno azúcar.
Por favor.
Por favor. Por favor.
Por favor.
Jenny, we said por favor. We said please.
Yes. I think we have to organize coffee for ourselves here.
I'll get to it just now. But first, let's see what happened.
Indeed.
Where are we?
Alrighty, so a5, f3, like I mentioned. I think Haley and I are gonna get along very, very well at the tournament. And a4 was the last move that was played. So it looks like her opponent is adamant to kick this bishop out of the square. Has also wasted.
Oh,
I only yawned. I think I do need coffee and like a 5-minute break, so I need to hunt down some coffee. Okay, so bishop c2, and she's wasted this time playing a5, a4. I think.
Look, we want the white queen on the king side, and by playing f3, I mean that's not the way now for the white queen to get to the king side. So either C1 and then swing over, or rook B1. Why am I so adamant to play rook
I
B1?
think this is just the way to win.
I'm just getting stuck on rook B1.
I think it's going to happen.
Because then if the
are
queen
speaking
goes...
it into existence right now.
Yeah, because then if the queen goes the other way, then we play queen E1 and we swing over to the king. Oh, what happened now?
Hang on.
Huh?
What just happened?
But that's a piece blunder.
Did Haley just play this?
No. Did you not maybe press the
No,
wrong button? Maybe
this
I
is
should
what
be pressing
happened.
the buttons. Oh dear.
This
Is this
just
a blunder?
happened. I think so. She took a minute and 14 seconds to play A3 and forgot completely that this piece is hanging. Yeah.
Tyrone, do we need to send in reinforcements? Are you hanging in there, coach?
I think let's quickly take a look at the whole camera to see if this is in fact what happened.
I can't see. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna do something.
Are we going to go check?
No, I don't want you to be afraid.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to make it even bigger.
Okay. Oh.
And I'm going to do something even better than this. I'm going to make it even bigger.
Yeah, but I don't... Oh, like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to get in trouble with this, hey?
Someone's in the way, though.
Yeah.
Someone's head's in the way.
I think let's take a quick 2-minute break.
Yeah.
Get a coffee and go check if that
coffee-
is the position.
Coffee is a very important food group.
You on coffee, I'm on
You're on mission.
hall.
I'm just trying to fix the scene because I think I made it weird. Okay, so I guess we are going to go on a quick break, everyone. And when we get back, we will be talking about the under-8 open section games and working our way up like we promised, just until we get to the camera view of the under-16 open section and more.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's
1, 2,
go.
3.
1, 2,
See you
3.
now.
See you soon. And we'll be back soon. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Caleb Leviton. I'm 14 years old and I'm playing the under 18 section at the African Youth.
Hello, I'm Judah Leviton. I'm 2700 GM from South Africa and I will be playing under 14.
So who is the oldest?
Me.
Okay. Who is the messiest?
Definitely you. Don't point me.
Who is the fastest? Who is the best dancer?
Me.
Who is the funniest?
Definitely me.
Not a chance.
No one's laughed at your joke ever.
Who is the best negotiator?
Oh, me, 100%.
Why do you say yourself, Caleb?
Because the one time he tried to get a shirt and he got it for 50 cents less. So he's not very good.
Who gets in trouble most?
Oh, definitely him.
What? You got called to the principal's office last year like 3 times.
Ooh, what did you do?
Nothing.
Okay, not 3 times, maybe like twice.
Nothing happened.
It did happen.
You're definitely not blushing. It's okay.
He's a liar.
He's a liar. Whatever.
Big liar.
Who's the most honest?
For me.
You just lied 2 seconds ago.
Who works the best with money?
Oh, me.
Okay, so who is most likely to become...
A grandmaster. I'm already one.
Who is most likely to become a yacht owner?
Oh, definitely me. not bad.
Probably him. He's going to go into debt and then he's going to have to sell it for way cheaper.
A yacht's a yacht.
You got a gift? That's true. You make a valid point.
Who would be the best Superman?
Oh, me, 100%. I can fly in
He
the
would
air.
be, you would be a literal villain.
I can go to Mars.
Who will be the best tooth fairy?
Me, I'm such a good tooth fairy.
That's not a flex.
You just steal the tooth and you throw it out.
I was going to ask, what are you going to do with the teeth?
You throw it in the bin.
You're going to build your yacht with that tooth.
Who will be the best auctioneer?
Auctioneer.
Definitely me. Please don't say you.
Can you speak really fast?
No,
Yes.
I cannot speak fast.
I can speak fast.
Speak fast.
Go for it.
It's probably a rap.
1, 2,
No,
3, go. You are trying to sell a painting. 1, 2, 3, go.
This painting's only 2 rand, 2 rand. Come. Bates painting, best painting, cheap price. Go. that was terrible.
See, that's why I'm the best auctioneer.
So you go.
This painting only £2, best price in the world. This painting was drawn by me. Took me 20 hours. Please buy it. Please buy it. 1, 2, 3 sold for 20 million rand.
What is your best impression of Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Guys, this is not acceptable.
You sound more like Elmo.
What is the best piece of life advice you'd give to a 74-year-old?
Don't give up. You still have maybe 5 years more left to live of your life. Keep alive.
Keep alive.
Hi, my name is Sean Everton and I'm the Tournament Director of the 15th Annual African Youth Chess Championship. I was asked to help out with just looking at the budget because these are tournaments where things can go wrong very quickly. There's a lot of expenses, very uncertain income, and I was just asked, would I mind having a look at the spreadsheet, the budget, and giving an opinion on it. And I think one thing led to the next, and from really just giving an outsider's input, I suddenly became the tournament director. I think the core team is about 5 or 6 people, but the whole team is probably closer to 12 or 13. So that's like the amazing thing about living in the year 2024 and being given the job of tournament director. I literally went on to ChatGPT. I had the 4.0 version and I started to play with images that could be used as a mascot for African youth. Of course, there are a lot of duds and a lot of iterations and a lot of can you change this or make the colors move. But what you have as the result over here is ChatGPT created artificial intelligence mascot. I think it's a lot about unity. I think it's, for South Africa, this is a really, really important event. We've been in the wilderness for a long time because of our chess politics. Kids have been deprived the opportunity to play. At last year's Africa Youth, up until literally the day before, kids were waiting for a yay or nay on whether they were going off to Egypt. And this has really been the history, whether you get selected, whether you don't, whether there was an official competition to qualify, whether you went through an academy. And I think there's been so much uncertainty in recent times that just to have an event in your own backyard, to be excited, to be able to field the most number of people, for a South African, it's a really big deal. And for those that aren't part of it, hopefully they're still cheering that it was here, and hopefully we're showing ourselves and the rest of Africa that we're ready for such events and that the break between this one and the next one will not be nearly as long as it's been. So what's exciting about 14 years ago today for most people in the world is that it was the 2010 World Cup. And in fact, South Korea were playing Brazil at Ellis Park. And it was a big, big day just to be hosting the World Cup, and quite a big day if you were someone living in Johannesburg because everyone wanted tickets to play Brazil. It also happened to be the day that my wife's water broke. She was pregnant with twins. It was an unexpected arrival. They came about 6 weeks early, very prem, and we were stuck on a highway trying to get to the hospital that was the same route that you took to get to the soccer stadium. So I can tell you, literally, 14 years ago to this thing, I was sweating, and 14 years later, I'm still sweating. So, and both because of 2 boys, twin boys, who are now playing in this tournament. I'll be back.
Jenny's going to see.
I think she can hear us already, but it's fine. And we are back again after the very brief, short, slanted break. So what did you find in the hall? Your findings on site?
Oh, well,
We couldn't
unfortunately.
go live from the site though, unfortunately, because it's usually like, and the weather here is amazing, but like,
Ding, 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 round two. Imagine, ding, ding, ding. I
Yes.
walked down the hall with the, okay.
with a gong.
Yes. So now I went to Haley's game quickly, and unfortunately, it was not a problem on the transmission side. That was the position. But I'm sure she's not gonna just give up, and she will fight back.
Yeah.
And then I also went to look at some of the under 10s games and so on. So there were some nice results. But yeah, just in general, you know, at the moment, I think many players, especially under 10 and under 10 and under 12, some players are really just pushing to get FIDE ratings. You know, so there are some rated players in the sections, and especially from other countries. And it's just nice to. Oh, was there? Oh,
Yeah,
is
it's just
that
the-
delayed? Okay. To see that the players have their goals. You know, it's important to have your goals. Why are you here? What do you want to achieve? And many players realize that maybe not this year. The chances are not that great to necessarily win the event this year, but you have to start somewhere, and getting FIDE rating is a good start.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And what was your first FIDE rating?
1906.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Mine was 1732. Now, I don't know what the other
Oh, dear.
numbers are, but it's 17 something.
I managed to get into the higher 1900s, and Chessa rating
As a title player.
got, yeah. I managed to, at some stage, it was over 2000 at least.
Wow. Wow.
But yeah, you know, life happens, and sometimes you have to
No, you focused on your career, took a little sabbatical from competitive
a
chess.
detour.
We're back again though.
Yeah,
Yes.
no. It's never, and that's the nice part. Wait a bit, isn't there something?
Okay,
Wait,
tell me more.
I'm seeing something here.
Is it a ghost?
If
Is it a plane?
wait,
Is it Superman?
what happens? Just for interest sake, what happens if the rook plays to? If the rook, if is it white to move now?
It's white to move.
If the rook goes to b1,
Yes. And queen a2. Check.
it's a check. That's a pity.
Okay, let's entertain this.
Yeah,
No,
but
I
I
don't
was
want to
thinking.
entertain it very long.
No, I just want to just go back if they don't check, for instance.
Yeah,
No,
okay,
no,
okay.
if they don't check, for instance. So
There's nowhere else to go, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. The queen has, in fact, run out of squares. So if you can cover a2, maybe by playing something like this, unfortunately we don't have a ton of time to do that, then that queen doesn't have an escape square anymore.
yeah, but if the queen goes to c4, which is the other option, then
Oh,
at
this
least
is what happened on the board, but yeah.
then white can get the piece back.
Could
Because
you
if you
repeat
go
that?
rook b1,
Rook b1. Sorry. Rook b1, queen c4.
queen takes queen, pawn takes,
This is what you're looking at. And somehow
you get the
it's
piece
still
back.
giving
Oh,
an
there's another
advantage.
piece.
Yeah, so many
Keep
pieces.
on missing the pieces.
Yeah, but you know what the rule of thumb is? The fewer
What?
pieces you have on the board, the fewer you have to worry about.
Okay. Okie dokie then.
Yeah, that's
That
usually-
wraps that up.
But this is exactly what happened in the game. So you were very
Okay, check.
prophetic, and probably just knight to e2 in this case. I'm assuming because you want to save the
Oh,
knight.
yeah.
Because if you play rook to b2, there's just queen takes a3.
Yeah.
You don't really want that mess to unravel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I understand. I mean, maybe you want to go like this next. Although
But the
now
queen can escape.
Yeah, the queen has an escape square, and it's looking a little worse for wear. But you know what? I spent a lot of my junior years in important games like this, where I'm a piece down. I still remember some of my top opposition tricking me in the opening. There was one time I even fell for that, tactic in the French defense where you give up your D pawn, but it's not really, and then there's a check on B5 and blah blah blah.
In the
And
advance?
believe it or not, it was against Michelle Fisher.
It's in the advance, right?
In the advanced variation.
Where the bishop is on D3 and then you give up the pawn on D4.
There are a number
and
of ways in
then,
which that can work, and I fell for it. I
Ouch.
didn't give my queen up, but I did have to give up a minor piece because I stopped right before. And unfortunately, I was not able to play a piece down and get a draw or win. I lost that game.
You know, I call these I call those moments, there are certain things that you have to go through as a player, and I call them bicycle moments.
Bicycle moments.
Yes, because you know when kids are little and the parents buy the kids a bicycle,
Yes.
they know the kid is going to fall at some stage, they're going to fall.
Yeah.
It's just...
I wish you could see my knees right now.
Wasn't that your synchronized diving?
Oh, no. In 1982, I used to ride my bicycle with a rope.
1982, you weren't even born then.
I used to pretend that my bicycle was a horse because I loved horses. I just loved the idea of riding a horse. So I tied a rope around the bicycle handles and I steered it like this. And I got so good at it.
Did you go downhill?
I didn't go downhill. But then at the same time, I was like, I'm riding a horse and I'm a BMX, I'm a motorbike rider. So then I tried to take a corner really sharp. I fell and the bike fell on top of me. And
I honestly do not know what to say.
I was a huge tomboy. I wore John Cena t-shirts and dollar sign chains.
Oh dear.
I was really like the I'm cooler than you, John Cena, you can't see me vibes, you know?
This is
Anyway,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay, so I call these bicycle moments because, you know, for parents, they buy the kid a bicycle. They know the child's going to fall, even though they try to teach them how to ride a bicycle. And now in chess, we have those bicycle moments where, you know, you can tell them about a back rank checkmate. You can tell them about a smothered mate. You can tell them about the four-move checkmate. But when they start playing chess, they have to fall into that at least once. You know, it happens, or a variation thereof.
Yeah.
So that example of sacrifice or think that you win a certain pawn, and then there's the discovered attack, check, and you lose your queen,
Yes.
like what you mentioned now in the French defense. That's not easy.
Aye.
You have to go through it. You have no...
You do. You don't
No
have a
choice.
It's almost like initiation in a way. It's like in order to become a proper chess player, you must have succumbed to all these, you know, horrible things that make you feel depressed and want to eat a whole tub of ice cream alone at home with the lights off.
So what is happening on the board?
The rook went back to a1 in this position just to attack the queen. Of course, there was maybe chances to play something like rook b4 or rook b2, but you don't really want to. You just want to keep things simple just by putting a piece down.
Rook b4 is looking at knight a6.
A knight a6 and the rook is trapped. So I think what
Rook F-
Haley wants to do is just cut her losses at this stage. And as long as this knight is on b8, maybe there's a chance to still find some sort of counterplay. Right until I think the queens come off or the rooks come off. And while the pieces are still on, anything can happen.
So what if you were playing black here, what would be your plan?
My plan would be to exchange. So basically that as white, of course, you don't want to exchange, but as black, you might want to. And in order for that to happen, you have to create a chance here to exchange. So perhaps something like bishop to d3 to exchange the knight for bishop. You don't really care about the imbalance of bishop versus knight because when you're up material as significant as a minor piece, you don't want to think too much about or read too much into that. You just want to keep things simple, solid, satisfying, and not stupid.
Yeah. You see, the challenge here is also that Jemima is a very experienced player. She's got a 2076 rating, which is a good rating for an under 18, especially. You know, so it's not it's not very likely for her to just make a blunder. You know, anyone can blunder on any given day, but to be a piece down against a 2076, difficult to come back, man. Oh, Haley. I feel like I want to hail Lee. Is that cry?
Hail is crying Afrikaans. So I heard it, I understood it, I felt the cringe, and I accept your humor.
Left. All right.
I accept your humor.
But what will the plan be for white here? Is maybe to bring the H rook in.
Yeah, probably just play rook d1, rook d2, as my resident GM brain would say, and then queen would just have to retreat. But black also needs to not get over comfy here.
Yeah.
And also needs to try and convince us and convince the position that they're winning.
Yeah.
Because you could be a piece up, you could be a queen up, in fact. And there were many a time where I'd be a queen. I still remember the torture of being a queen up in a very, very closed position. And my queen just had no squares to go to. And believe it or not, yes, I was a queen up, and I still felt like I couldn't do anything. And there are possibilities where you could be a piece up, yet you don't feel that advantage yet. And so we'll come back to this game just to check out the results of it. We'll also keep an eye on the cameras of the hall in case they do stand up, and just try to decipher for ourselves so we can see some of the bottom boards have already finished their games here. The top boards are fighting it out still. But shall we check out the results from under 8 and work our way up again?
Yes. Let's just check quickly, because I also want to get to, I'm very curious to see what's happening on the under 18 open board.
Oh, that's true. So that will be our last stop on analysis train. All right, so we checked out the under 8 girls just to see the results there as well. I think that game has already ended. Perhaps the result was not yet placed on the board. Then we can look at the under 8 open section. And are they both still playing? No. Okay, I did see somewhere that there was a transmission error.
Yes.
So perhaps we can just skip over the games that look like they haven't moved for a while. Okay, the girls.
I think sometimes my games
under
look
10.
like that, because I take so long to think. And then it's like transmission errors. So the arbiters, I make them work for their money, hey?
Yeah, you have to. You have to get your money's worth out of those arbiters, really. And then we have in the under 10 girls section, Heaven Fadi versus, I'm going to get her name here quickly.
But this is
Shada Uanguta.
Wanguta. This is a nice upset, actually, because black won.
Yeah.
And this is a 1400 against a 1600. Are these under, what is this? Under 10 goals. Okay, wow.
Under 10 goals. So that is quite a nice upset. Congratulations to
And this-
Uanguta.
Is this
on
from
4-4.
Namibia?
From Namibia, yes.
I would like to see that game.
You
we
wanna
can just
see it?
skip through
Of
it, yeah,
course, of
because
course.
this is interesting. I mean, this is against Egypt, you know. So
So let's check out the game between Uanguta and Heaven. I'm in heaven. All right, so knight f3, g3, playing the reti. Playing the reti on under 10 level. Honestly,
it's a reti, not c4 earlier.
it could be. I feel like you are a reti player, so you would know this.
This looks like well, for black it's a Stonewall
Now it's-
setup.
Yeah, and
But
now
for
it's
white
also
it looks more like a Catalan kind of setup.
transposed to the Catalan. I agree. So bishop to d6.
Catalan.
I always feel like in situations where your opponent has fianchettoed, you most often will then place the bishop on the square in front of the king, rather than playing the bishop to that diagonal where it's hitting a bit of a wall of those pawns there. But okay, queen c2, castles, knight to d2, looking normal so far. b3, and this cannot be where the position has ended. I'm just assuming that there was a transmission error.
This is the transmission.
And then the game was submitted, or rather the result was submitted later on.
I'm going to check online quickly because I know they're posting on the group. So let me just see what they say
Sure.
about the transmission.
Yeah,
Meanwhile.
when we don't have a transmission, we have wall cams, so we're all sorted. I'm going to move on to the under 10 open section, where games are probably still going on. But yeah, can't see anything over there, unfortunately. Girls under 12. One result so far. We have Zakar Ahmed Mohammed versus Riziki. What a cool name, Riziki.
Riziki.
Kuka, and white won there, so 1700 beat 1400 there, and board 2 still going on. Under 12 open section. Still no results, but we cannot see any of the games there, unfortunately. Under 14 girls. That is working.
Okay, so it seems like it's in the one hall.
Perhaps it is. All right, but let's go and take a look at this game real quick, or just rather the section of the under 14 girls. And so this is the current position. Under 14 girls, we have Rajeb Nadine from Tunisia playing against Dia Naidu. And I think they're both on 3 out of 3 at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. Exactly. They are 5 players. I can do math, right? 5 players on 3 out of 3 at the moment. 3 of them South African. Mkita Joya, who we know very well.
She played in the closed, yeah.
Mkita played in the South African Closed Chess Championship, and we have Helen Rittenbach also played in the closed. And this is the under 14 girls section. So we have 2 under 14s who played in the national championship, which is very impressive. I mean, the juniors up and coming. We have to be afraid of them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they might actually overtake us really, really soon. And then we have Dia Naidu, who is also on 3 out of 3 playing on board 1. Shukri from Kenya, and Nadine Rajeb. So this is the game between the 2. If we want to take a look from the beginning, we have d4, e6, f5. Nice. We don't often see a Dutch defense. Yes, and bishop g5. And I think...
You see, the idea here for the Dutch is that, especially when the knight goes to c3, the whole idea is that white wants to play e4. White wants to get e4 in. So that's the main thing. And if white can get e4, that's like a small victory. It's not like they see the checkmate in 72 moves, you know, but it's small battles.
Like us, obviously.
Yeah. You know, so it's these small battles. So this is the one small battle fighting over the square of e4. And white wants to castle long and play e4.
My eyes are just watering like crazy. I don't know. I think it's the tears of joy. Heated joy. Yeah. The tears of joy. Yeah. Okay. No. Okay. All right. So yeah, I think e4 is help me. E4 is definitely the idea. And do you think that white might actually opt to take the knight before playing e4 here?
Yes. You know this. It's actually interesting. There's this game. It was actually before I was born, 1911, when Laubscher versus Thomas.
Like 2 or 3 years before.
Yeah, where they call it the Fatal Attraction.
Oh.
So it was a Dutch defense.
Isn't that a movie?
Yeah, but
with
not
John Travolta or something.
No, not John Travolta. No, Michael Douglas. But it's not for this.
Oh, not for the kids.
No.
Okay.
I think it was, but it's an old one. Anyway, so these two, Laubscher versus Thomas, and where he played this specific line in the Dutch, you know, where he got e4 in and he exchanged the bishop for the knight, and the king castled, and then he sacrificed his queen on h7 eventually.
Oh, wow.
At times, not this position, but similar.
Look at you referencing the classics. I love it.
And then they chase the king, but this is the beauty. So they chase the king, sacrifice the queen on h7, chase the king all the way from g8, the black king, force moves from g8 to g1.
No.
Then white had an option either to move king d2 or to castle long to checkmate the king. So it's like this entire board full of pieces and the black king on g1 and then white castles swiftly and checkmate. Yeah.
That is
1911. Go and check out the game.
That is one of the fanciest checkmates I've ever heard of. Imagine castling and it's checkmate. And even though black might have won racing kings, white won the game.
It's like the king wants to run for freedom.
Black won the battle, but white won the war.
Yep. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, long walk to
so in that case, this is actually a way of, it's an option to exchange the bishop for the knight purely to get e4.
I like it. So the players are still following that game at the moment, 1911. I'm sure they both use that as reference to prepare for this competition. So after castles, h4 and bishop to b7, and then we have the exchange of the knight, because that knight can be kind of pesky later on. That knight can swing to squares like, you know, d5 or e4 later on. And like you said, with the queen out there, you never really know how many times it's going to have to move to get to safety.
And you see, this is also a matter of if we compare the bishops, good bishop versus bad bishop. So black's bishop is actually a bad bishop, even though it's outside the pawn chain. But the definition of a good and bad bishop is a good bishop is a bishop that's on the opposite colors of your center pawns. Now, your center pawns are normally your D and E pawns. And a good bishop, that's a good bishop. A bad bishop is on the same colors of your D and E pawn. Okay. So in this case, black's light square bishop on B7 is actually a bad bishop. But there are 3 ways to improve a bad bishop. One is to move it outside the pawn chain, like what black is doing here, or you move your pawns the other color in the center, or you exchange the bishop. So what white did here is by exchanging the bishop for the knight in this case now, he exchanged the bad bishop because white's dark square bishop is actually the bad bishop. Because you're going to move your pawn to E3 in this position. Okay. Most likely. So your F1 bishop is a good bishop because the center pawns are on the opposite color.
That's true. Yeah. I like that very much. And bishop c4, bishop d3.
Yeah.
The pawns and the bishop complement each other there. I like that definition. Very well said. Awesome. All right. So now we know something new, guys. If you didn't know that, write it down because you're going to forget it so you can implement it in your future games. After a5, h5, very, very well spotted here by white as well because you're gaining space on the king side. You're posing questions to the king side pawns. And also that could be an asset later on.
Mm-hmm. Especially if black, for instance, plays h3 to stop, h6, sorry, to stop, either to stop the pawn or to stop the knight from going to g5, then we always have options like, knight h5 and h4 and then hopping into g6.
I was trying to read your mind there. So after knight to e5, g6 or h4, g6, that knight is going to be a nightmare.
I like that.
All right, so rook h6 is another way to stop the pawn, but you don't really want your rook to hang around a square like that. And even though white doesn't have a dark squared bishop, we're really going to question the range of that rook later on. Knight here, and it's a blunder.
That cannot work. I'm immediately thinking, d5. That just popped into my head immediately, but I'm not sure if that's right.
Yeah, that's exactly what was played. And it got a nice little exclamation mark as well.
Okay.
And I'm not sure how black should respond.
This is getting tight. I don't want to play black into this position.
Not particularly.
Not. And also you see, because now, so now white takes, and even the bishop, black can't risk the bishop to exchange on f3 even, because then g takes and that king is, we don't mind that half open file because that king is just moving out of the rain into the shower.
I like that. All right, so this is, what I'm wondering is, can black not just take here?
I think black should have taken,
But somehow it's giving it an even bigger advantage. You know why?
No,
I think not though, because maybe there's knight g5.
No, but just go back. So when the knight played to b4, back.
Maybe rook takes here. Okay, rook takes is the answer. So knight b4 takes.
Okay, but both gave the same disadvantage, if I can put it like that.
Yeah. So d5 is a nice little counter. a3, and didn't like it, but perhaps in some sense, black cannot exactly take the bishop because the queen's hanging. So maybe black has to retreat the knight here.
Oh, but this white queen has now such a nice diagonal. I just want a rook lift. I want to go rook h3 and rook g3.
You and rook lifts today.
I like my rook lift, hey? I think it's at my age when people start talking about facelifts,
Yeah, no, you're not that. Don't ever do that. You're just perfect the way you are.
What do you mean?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so queen to e7, king b1. I don't know what's going on here.
What happens if the queen goes to e5? I'm just thinking, am I missing something?
So queen e5.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, this queen. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's not good.
What I think happens is you are attacking the knight and you wait.
But then you can take the pawn.
Yeah, wait.
Queen.
Oh, no, wait.
No.
What
is
are
this?
we missing?
I just like the queen there. Because, oh no, the rook takes the pawn. I mean,
Yes.
hey, maybe. Yeah, no,
We were
that's not
testing
good.
to see if the engine works.
Yeah, the engine works.
The
apparently
engine
so.
does work, it seems.
And we just want to show them that we're not using an engine.
And we wanted to test chat to see if they knew that. All right, so king b1, take, and rook d7 got a nice little exclam as well. Because now if the queen were to take on e6, we have a beautiful little mate on g7.
Ooh, rook on the 7th. There we go. Rook on the 7th.
That is Anzel's rook right
Yep,
there.
yep,
That
yep.
is the new word for it. We now have Jobava, London, Wiggle, and the Anzel rook.
The
On the
Anzel
7th.
rook on the 7th. Wait.
7th heaven. Oh,
Okay.
I think they'll just be an exchange probably. And rook c8. Although that it looks like a very normal move, rook c8 was frowned upon. I'm trying to see, I think white just has too many opportunities to,
Yeah,
Probably
well, we
something
just
like
bring the
this,
knight
right?
in.
yeah,
Yeah, or even plonk the knight there on
on d4.
f7. Was
Oh,
it
f7?
F7? Rook
Or
f6.
rook f6, and maybe, I don't know if there is something there.
Feels like there must be some. Oh yeah, but rook f7, and then we play
Oh.
h6.
h6. Okay, goodness, that does look a little bit bad.
No, that's not
All right,
working.
so rook
H6 is
d1.
not working.
Bishop c8, but now the knight comes in. Or not.
Hmm?
Oh, wow, threatening checkmate in the back rank. Look at these tactics, though.
Ouchie!
Look at these tactics. This is insane. Well spotted by the
Good
Tunisian
job.
player. But you know, I'm thinking here is, I suppose there is also the knight e5 in case white wants to play that.
It's again about controlling your opponent's moves, you know?
There's nothing more controlling than taking a
Yeah.
piece and making that little fork there, because there's nothing black can do here. With 12 minutes left on the clock, unfortunately, I don't see a way forward for black.
Aye.
Well, it's very unfortunate, but also really well played. We love
Yeah.
to see tactics. We love to see pieces flying. So
I want to see, we need to keep this girl's name in mind, Nadine, because I like the way she structures her tactics and stuff.
I
hey?
like the way she moves. No? Okay. All right, well, we've checked out her game now, and that is the under 14 girls section, queen section, sorry. We've changed it. And we can see that all the top boards, like, look at the right half of the hall compared to the left half of the hall. We have the top boards, they're still playing, and we can see there's a huge discrepancy, because I feel like the longer you spend on your moves, the longer you spend on your games, the higher the accuracy and the more likely you are to play on a top board. That is, if that is also not just a way to look at things, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, analyzing this poem a little bit too deep.
I can't understand the layout of the hall, to be honest.
Oh,
Yeah, because every time I go in there and I think I know now, okay, so these are the under 12s or these are under
Yes.
14s, and then I see, no, but this
There's a
child
little-
is
I
shaving and he
don't
looks,
know.
and this is, I thought this is under 10 section,
This
and then I
child is
see the
shaving?
yeah,
oh,
yeah. So clearly I was wrong then.
yeah. It was probably
Dunno.
me sitting there shaving my face, but okay. Yeah, let's check out the under 16 open section in a moment.
We
Let's-
haven't watched many of those games.
Oh, sorry, the under 14 open.
Okay.
And then we'll go to under 16. We're still working our way up. We have Judah.
Oh, Judah, we haven't watched any of Judah's game.
We haven't.
And
Judah Leviton
Ahmed?
playing
Ahmed?
against Kyle Kuka from Kenya. Kyle Kuka from Kenya.
Kyle Kuka from Kenya.
Yeah.
That sounds so.
I know. It's like, we want to start. I think we've got to get some jams in here. Yeah.
Soon.
Soon. Soon TM.
Stop me when I start singing.
No, I'd never. That's when the content starts.
Oh, you
Come on.
will.
Alrighty, so
You know, I could have been a massive hit as a pop star.
yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that stood between me and a pop career is my voice. Only problem. Only
Oh
thing.
my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Are
so
some of the sections split between halls? Yeah, because the hall is too small for how many players there are. We have, I think, 4 different venues, or maybe even 5.
No, but they ask if some of the sections, so let's say for instance under 14, some in one hall, some in other hall.
Is that true?
Is that the question? No, I don't think so.
Okay, no, I think they're all kept together, grouped nicely in little strips of people.
As far as I know, the age groups they try to group the age groups. They try not to split up the age groups, yeah.
I suppose it was an ambiguous question, but we answered it both ways. All right.
Oh, some sections also split. Okay.
Yes, Anzel understood the question. Thanks, Widget. I think you understand my chat better than I understand my chat.
I can actually see it.
Okay,
I
the
can
real
read
question is,
there.
would you make Widget a moderator?
Who's Wijan?
So no.
Wijan has to prove him or herself.
Yes, I think
Widget.
so.
Oh, yes, I will. Is that the person
Would
who
you?
said Anzal understood the question? Yes, I should. We should.
Okay, alrighty. Widget, you got the approval from Anzel. Now you just need my approval. It's like you got dad's permission, but you need mom's approval. You don't have permission.
No, all the top. Tyrone says all the top boards of each group in one hall because no, there are two. I know the two big halls on this side both have DGT boards, so it's not all of them in one hall. Also, the under 8s are playing in a certain hall, and they have GGT boards there. Yeah.
All right. So shall we take a look at Judah's game from the beginning? E4, C5, so we have a nice Sicilian. C3 Sicilian at that. D5, queen comes out. I really like D5 because now there's no knight C3.
Yeah. I played this one year. Remember 2016 at the Olympiad? So 2016, I had a really good year and a really good run for my money for chess. I attended the training camp that we're going to attend in Spain now. So I attended the training camp with Michelle Fischer in Spain, and then after that we played a series of tournaments in Spain, and then we went straight from there to Baku. I played board 2 for the Olympiad that year, and I scored 7 out of 10 at the Olympiad on board 2. Hey,
That's incredible.
I was really
Wow.
happy with my performance.
Wow,
And
wow.
in one of my games, I actually prepped this where I was black, and then if the nice thing you can take with the queen because the knight can't harass you on C3.
Yes, that's true.
So then if white plays D4,
Which they did, yes.
yeah, then I play E5.
E5.
Yeah. And then if they take the pawn on E5,
Yeah.
then I swap the queen. So I sacrifice the pawn.
Yeah.
And then I quickly develop. So I play knight C3, C6.
Yes.
So they have to do something about the pawn. So
Okay,
either
maybe they
can,
defend it.
Yeah, there's different ways. They can either defend it with bishop
Or the knight, I
F5,
suppose.
knight F3,
But you
or
don't really
F,
want to run into
or
this.
F4.
Pawn
Pawn
F4 as well.
Pawn
okay.
F4 is actually
Sorry. Okay, wait.
Whoopsie.
E5
yeah,
takes, queen takes,
king takes.
and then, okay.
Knight
C6
C6, F4. And then I go bishop G4 check.
Okay.
Whichever
Bishop
way
E2.
they defend. Long castle, check.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, sorry, no, I don't play bishop. In fact, I don't play bishop G4 check.
Okay, yet.
I play bishop F5. Because the whole thing here is as long as black can stop the white king from going to C2,
Okay,
this
I
is
see.
good for black. It's worth the compensation of the pawn.
I understand.
So I play bishop F5, and then you long castle, and you can even play F6. You know,
I see.
giving up another pawn not giving up but exchanging for compensation to get your knight in and your bishop and other rook in. You play on the center. That king, all the pieces will eventually be tied down around the king because they can't move the king out.
So you're someone who doesn't feel too nervous about gambiting a pawn, knowing that if there is a chance of compensation, you're most likely going to find that and, punish your opponent for accepting that.
Yes, I prefer to have the initiative.
Nice.
So I don't mind giving up a pawn to have initiative.
It says a lot about your personality. It means that you like cheese on your burger.
I will have cheese with my cornflakes. I love cheese. I eat cheese with anything. I love cheese on anything.
Just a note to chat. Please don't ever have cheese in your cornflakes.
Try it. I have some Gaviscon ready too.
Oh my gosh.
Sponsored by Gaviscon.
Sponsored. This stream is sponsored by our bad humor. All right.
Okay, so what does black play? What did black play here?
So
Oh, the
black
knight.
plays
Okay.
knight to c6,
Okay,
knight
this
to
is also a
f3.
line,
Yeah, and knight to a3.
Because you see, what's irritating here is, again, the queen cannot be harassed. Harassed.
Harassed, yeah?
Harassed. Because the knight can't go to c3. That pawn on c3 is actually now a mission, you know, they don't like it. It's not that nice.
So knight a3, I'm looking at reasons as to what white can do in order to harass the queen. So there's bishop c4, there's c4, and then maybe even knight b5 after like bishop f4. And then we have the Jobava wiggle.
That's our new term, by the way.
Yeah, it's our new term.
Jobava wiggle.
The Jobava wiggle comes from the Jobava London.
Shabadaba.
Shabadaba, when the bishop goes to f4 knight. And then this is the wiggle by the knight. Oh, it's a knight wiggle. So Jobava knight wiggle. Yeah.
It's like it needs to have an ins.
An ins in it. We're going to write a song about it, I'm sure. Is cornflakes and cheese a midnight snack?
Well, you can. No one said you cannot have breakfast for midnight.
That's true. I really like having cereal for dinner. It's like one of the best things possible, like Cheerios for dinner is great.
Jesse, I'm wondering here, instead of knight a3, can't they go c4 now?
C4 immediately.
Because there's a check, I know, but...
I don't think they'll... maybe. Actually, it's important to check because you don't want
check is
d5.
not working, yeah.
And after bishop to e2.
That's a pity. So, that's also not... Yeah, no, that's not working. I was thinking if you can chase the queen and then, you know, push the pawn to d5, that might be nice for white. But now we have to keep that stupid check in
I was also thinking
in
that,
mind
so
the whole time.
I didn't really realize. Even this in c4, it doesn't work. So you'd probably have to play bishop c4 instead.
So why is knight bd2 not working? What am I missing? Oh, then the pawn
d4.
takes.
D4's hanging.
The pawn
So
takes.
there's a lot going on here, actually, that we are not seeing. So Judah knows what's up,
Yeah.
and he can see all these things. And his opponent can see it too, so bishop e2. Takes. Oh, knight b5 first. Now,
Wiggle,
what
wiggle.
happens after this? Wiggle, wiggle. And knight b5, maybe queen d7?
No, but there's a check. c7?
Yeah, queen d7. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you mean... Oh, I thought you... Oh, okay, got you.
Long castle.
Oh,
Wow.
ratata.
Ratata. Okay, so taking is bad. Let's see what white can do here.
But this
White-
feels a little bit natural in a way because you open up the c-file in front of the castle king.
Yeah, it does. I wonder if you're supposed to castle as well, or maybe even play c4 first. No, you are not meant to play c4. Do not play c4. It is too explosive.
And if the f knight... No, that's also not working. F knight can't take because the g2 is hanging.
Isn't c4 an explosive? No,
c4? I don't know. What to do here? Oh no, but why can't you... Oh, wait. No. Knight takes, queen takes. Check. Dunk, dunk. Because look, even if we give up g2, we can get a7. No, not necessarily. See, I was thinking knight f takes d4. No, knight f takes d4. Then, but this might be too far. Oh no! It's opening up this one as well.
Maybe this first?
Yeah, no, this is not.
I don't actually know.
Oh, you're gonna get mated.
Not a good idea. Not on Tuesdays. Okay.
Not if Monday was a public holiday. Then we can't play this on a Tuesday.
Yeah, there are a lot of exceptions to the rule here. Okay, so long castle seems to be the way to go. And after c takes d4, bishop takes f3, and pawn takes. So pawn takes, let's see what happens after this. We're just losing a piece. So you're actually forced to take with the pawn. Knight takes d4. And what should black have played here instead? Let's see. How about e5? Exactly what you were talking about, you know, this opening being something that you shouldn't be afraid of giving up material, just because of the activity and initiative that you can get in return. So if white were to accept this, take, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
No, not take.
But just remember there's, oh no, that check is not
Maybe
working.
take here.
Yeah.
I think just simply take here. Yeah, it's hard for white to find a way forward.
I'm thinking about that check on b4 is a real thing. Bishop b4.
Yeah, bishop b4 check is coming. It is real. And then we'll have a whole Haley Null situation.
Haley Null situation. So king f1 is now a Haley Null.
It's a Haley Null.
We have to tell Haley about the
Yeah,
Haley
we do,
Null.
we do.
Okay.
So when we analyze games, it's a Haley Null. Okay, so knight takes d4, bishop to f4, and e5. And never mind this pawn. Now we have e5, which is really good. Check. So white seems to think they have a grasp on things. What a beautiful move.
Yeah.
What a beautiful, sneaky move. So
Wow.
queen takes, knight takes, and check. King
This is a
f1.
lot of tactics. There's a Haley Null.
Yeah, king to Haley Null. And takes. So they've equalized somewhat, but black is now a pawn up. And knight to b3, rook. I really like black's position. Even if white is able to get the pawn back, black's coordination is just, it's working for him.
Sure.
Rook d7, a3, bishop back. Okay, maybe bishop back is not, surely not necessary. Maybe just bishop e7. Okay, no, bishop e7 is bad.
I wonder when
Put it
last
here.
Judah and Caleb played each other, you know, in a I almost want to say, almost said a proper game, but a formal game, you know, a classical game.
Yeah,
And I wonder what the results were. We must actually ask them.
I think so.
It'll be interesting, yeah?
Yeah, it would be very, very interesting. Rook e1, a6, and rook to e5. So white is also looking for that activity. I don't know if he's going to find it. It's like hide and seek at this point. So knight, rook to c7, knight to d2. And this is the position that we have. I think that Judah still has a lot of hard work to do in this position. And even though the engine likes the position, we like the position, and maybe it seems a little bit easier for black to play than white, he has to prove that he's winning. He has to prove that he's better. Because the pawn on f7 is sensitive. The knight will probably have to move to allow f5, or even f6, because you want to put your pawns on the opposite color as your opponent's bishop, if there's only one bishop left. They do have opposite color bishops, so you have to watch out for exchanges. And yeah, c4 explosives. c4 is an explosive.
C4, bomb go boom. I like that bomb go boom.
Bomb go boom.
We're working on some lyrics here.
I think so.
Bomb go boom.
Yeah.
Bomb
the
go boom.
Jabava London
And the bomb go boom.
Knight Wiggle goes.
And the Haley Null.
And the Haley Null and Kyle Kuka, the Kenyan.
Kyle Cooker. I like that.
Yeah,
Kyle
it's
Cooker, the
happening.
Kenyan.
Yeah, some lyrics are coming together. We're going to perform Catch Us Live at the closing ceremony this Saturday night. No,
I'll
at the venue.
do the camera.
You'll do the What generation camera is that? No, I'm just kidding. All right, so this is the current position. We'll definitely come back, but we have more exciting games to look at. And so yeah, this is board 2 of the under 14 boys section. We have Mohammed Khalil playing
Ahmed.
against Ahmed
Oh.
Kandil, but Tunisia versus Egypt. We see this matchup quite often, actually.
Yeah, it's
We
a
see-
northern matchup, yeah?
It's a northern matchup.
And then we have Jora as well. There we have a southern matchup. Jora, that's a nice rating difference. This can go anyway. Jora is a 1960, and Mpeni is a 1975. So this is like a nice, southern good matchup,
Yeah,
proper equal matchup. So can we look at this from the start quickly?
Of course we
Just
can.
flick through it.
I think it might actually be instructive as well if we look at the double bishops.
Yes, I
How
see
to
that.
use your bishop here. This is a family-friendly stream, so I'm not going to go into the joke.
No,
I
don't
won't.
stop.
I'll stop right there. No, don't worry. I won't compliment the bishop pairs. T4. All right. So this is very, very common. I don't know about bishop c5. Maybe bishop e4 is better here. I'm not sure. No, it's not because of the check. I just
Check.
checking. I was
Check.
checking to see if you were looking.
Check a lick. I didn't see that, so thanks for checking. For me.
Check. I checked it for
I'll
you.
check you out. Check.
Yeah. All right. So Knight c3, bishop c5, check anyway, queen d7, exchange. King takes. Okay, so king's in the center. It is, queens are off, so endgame.
So the king is actually probably running to c6.
He gave up the
Oh no,
pawn
it
here.
can't work.
Although you can't push because the bishop is aiming at the rook. So it's a little bit tricky now because you can't really defend that pawn unless you play something like king c6. I think king c6 is still fine here. Or rather not king c6, but king d6 is better.
Yeah.
It still doesn't like it though. Oh, maybe just this.
Yeah, but isn't there a check? Sorry, just take
Just take
on
it.
on e4.
Oh, maybe this.
e3.
Yeah, and then you take the knight.
You gaps the knight.
Yeah, and now you can play rook b8.
Oh, but wait, go back. How about? Okay, so bishop. What did we say? Bishop.
We said bishop d4.
Yeah. So why don't we then just take the pawn on d5 anyway? Not that. No,
I'm
it's
thinking
equal-ish.
this doesn't do much. Wait,
To do what?
I don't know yet. Wait.
Okay.
I'm analyzing.
I'm waiting. This is called a busy silence. A dead silence
No,
is that
it's never dead.
no,
Come
it's, you know that look in someone's eyes, that dead silence look in someone's eyes, where it's like the wheel turns, but the hamster died last week.
on.
Like there's nothing. It's just like
So the lights are on, but no one's home.
yes,
Ah.
the elevator goes to the top floor, but it doesn't open. Same thing, but this is a busy silence.
It's a busy silence. Noted. I think you give it back and you just
But
develop.
at least it's equal. The other position, black, is losing, is it not?
This is
Oh no.
equal.
Oh, it's also equal. Oh.
But I want to know what the move is. So rook ac8 is the move, and that's not what they played. Why is this the move though? Because you take. I'm going to put the engine on just for 2 seconds. Bishop takes d5. Bishop takes d5. Knight takes d5. Takes check. King e6. And it's equal because even though you're pawn down, you've simplified so much that this endgame is most likely going to end in a draw. If, played well or accurately. Okay, so rook b8 does the same some things. And now bishop d4. So maybe they heard us 15 minutes ago when we weren't talking about this position. And king to e7, very, very nicely spotted. Rook d2, I don't like rook d2 too much, but of course you sort of want to defend the b2 pawn because you can't do much else. You can't play rook b1 because of this, because of bishop.
And what about
Actually,
e4?
yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So rook b1, because a2 is hanging.
Ah.
It's a little bit less deep than what we were going. In all honesty,
This is an uncomfortable position,
it
to be
is.
honest.
So black has compensation for the pawn.
Yeah, but isn't there a sacrifice here? Rook takes. No.
What?
No, wait just a second.
Oh, sorry. Busy silence.
Chirp, chirp. No, it's not working.
Oh, what were you looking at?
No, nothing.
Nothing. Okay.
Yeah, but if black can't black, who's the move now?
It's white to play.
Oh, okay. No, I mean, if it was black to play now, they can probably win the pawn on a2.
Yes, I agree with you.
Chirp, chirp. No.
Yeah, no, it took a while for me as well.
Ta-da.
Ta-da. All right, so now the bishop has to move. I think they were still heading in that direction. I don't know, actually. I love going to the top floor, but the door doesn't open. Anzel has the best expression. That's true. It's true. This is why we love Anzel so much. Pene has won this, though.
Wait, if it's not, wait till it's not a family show. They get even better. Or rather not.
Yeah, we will not entertain that thought today. And not on Tuesdays. All right, so rook takes a3, bishop b5, b4.
Okay, suddenly white is coming alive again.
Exactly. At the moment, white has that activity and the pieces aren't tied down anymore. Then black is just a pawn down, I suppose.
Okay, but now we're going into a position that we spoke about, or a situation that we spoke about on the first day, where we go into the end game, and now we have to develop our pieces again. So we have to ask which piece want to be where. And in this case, now we have to develop our pieces, like we said. In the opening, we develop the pieces from the smallest to the bigger pieces. So we start with the pawns and the knights and the bishops and so on. And in the end game, we develop them from the larger pieces to the smallest ones. So the pawns must go last. And often when, especially the younger players, they just want to run. It's like this pawn chase. They don't know where the pawns are going. And then the pawn is going and they realize they're going all alone, and the king is too far.
Yes.
So here we need to know, the main thing here is that the rook must be happy. If your rook is happy, first, the rook must get the best square. Then, now the value at the end, in the end game, towards the end game, the value of the king is 4 points for the purpose of development. So first, we want to get the rook happy. Then, obviously, the bishops must control certain squares, but then we bring the king closer, and then we develop the bishops to the better squares. Yeah. So we need to. The thing here is to provide a pathway for the king, or to stop the pathway for the king for your opponent.
That makes a lot of sense.
Uh-huh.
Right, we want to win king of the hill, and that is the goal here. So g6.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. Okay. G6.
They have to do something about the pawn though.
A4. Yeah, the pawns are going ahead and they're trying to gain space, but I think with the rook still on the board, it's unsure how to get the king to the center. And this is maybe one of the best ways. You put your pawns, you guard the king. That way, get your king to a square like f6. And once the bishop's kicked out, try to trade maybe one pair of bishops and then get your king to a square like this.
But I'm also thinking, what about, instead of playing f5 now, just go back, please.
So polite.
Rather play something like, is there nothing like, is rook? Am I missing something?
What's up?
Is rook c4?
I like this move.
What?
However,
Rook c4 or bishop c4, because I was thinking bishop c4, it blocks the king to come to the center. The king is now stuck on the king side for the moment. Okay, you can push the pawns, but they need to push pawns, and this is what we don't want to do.
rook c1.
Okay, then we go. Remember, the bishop can always drop back and protect the rook if you have to. So the bishop is not really pinned because the bishop can drop back to protect the rook.
That's true.
So
white is still a pawn up, so white wants to exchange.
yeah, but now if we play now maybe f5. Okay, I'm not sure.
Here, maybe.
Okay, no, that's not working. Yeah.
No, I like a plan.
No, it's not working because you can't drop the bishop back to
It's not you, it's me.
a6. It's not you, it's me. So,
Right.
but rook c4, is that not working?
I like rook c4. I don't really see what white can do, although it does give white an advantage. Maybe.
A5 is not an option earlier. No. Because the pawn can push. Okay, so what?
Maybe a5 is it? Nope, it's not.
No. Earlier instead of rook.
What about
Instead
this?
of rook c4. But there, can we take the pawn or not? What's happening?
What does it say? Bishop d3.
Oh, we
takes.
can't. That's a
Yeah.
poison pawn.
I see,
Yeah,
I see. We saw
didn't
that,
see that,
obviously. We're
yeah.
testing chat. F5, bishop b7, rook b8. Don't like rook b8 too much. And bishop c7. And white has solidified this advantage, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh. What are we missing? Probably just exchange. So, bishop a3. Okay, bishop a3 is maybe better. It suggests f4, but I like bishop a3. To turn off the lines again. Rook to c1, bishop to b3, and now rook back to a1. So maybe they saw this idea to simplify. Bishop c4 and
look, this
f4.
is about the activity of the king, eh? And look, Jorah played the bishop c4 because he doesn't want the king to come in. So he's following the principles of blocking the king, because he knows that the king wants to come in now. White
true.
needs his king to be more active.
He knows
Black's
too
king
much.
is actually okay. He's playing, and he can come in. He can. Okay, no, I can't play bishop c5 because then the rook will just win a bishop. Oh no, it's not.
What's wrong?
No, if you play bishop c5 and rook c1, then bishop e3 check.
Yes. So
You can
perhaps
actually do that.
this and then just bishop a3 though.
Mm.
Bishop a3 might work. Just to be, if you want to be fancy, just king g2.
Yeah, but
Knight, king
if you do that, if he plays bishop a3 and you exchange, maybe black exchange, then the king has a way in. Not really.
I agree. We might have to worry about but both these squares are being guarded.
Yeah, but you can play.
When guarding
You can
the
try to
castle.
exchange the bishop, so because the king can come in, the king is going to be faster. I know we don't want to exchange pieces.
No, with the
But-
king being active, maybe there's some compensation for the pawn.
The king being active might be compensation for that pawn. Yeah.
I agree. I'm also looking at a6 at some stage.
Yeah, but I don't like the pawn running. Oh no, it can't run, but still.
Yo,
Because then that's a solid pass pawn.
it is.
Even if black exchange
It's
on
not a
b5,
liquid pass pawn.
then no. But if you play a6, if white leaves it, then black exchange the pawns. Then that's a pass pawn, and then it's difficult if you exchange pieces because your king will be tied down on the side.
That's true. So some of the top boards are finished now. Haley's finished her game, as well as board 4 in the under 16 open section. So yeah, we'll probably check out the results in a moment. Anzel,
Yeah.
shall we go
Yes.
to a break?
Yes.
Okay, maybe we can peep into the halls and see some of the results. And yeah, and then Ninja Bomb. I don't know, it's just
No, we come
I
back.
speak your language.
No, ninja bomb is when we disappear and
Okay.
you don't come back.
Then we will come back.
We do not ninja bomb. Don't worry, I've got this under control, guys. She'll be back.
We will be back with some games. I'll put something up for you guys to look at in the meantime, and we will be back in a couple minutes. And we are back after the break. I'm so sorry. We have to show you guys. I didn't even ask if you were ready. I'm so sorry. I
My last words were, quickly take a sip before Jenny sees that we're drinking coffee. And the next moment, we were live. Hello, everyone. Good evening.
You really are respecting my mom's wishes, even though she was joking. She was joking.
I know she was joking. No, I
She
don't know that.
doesn't have to know that we drink 7 coffees a day, but 1 is fine,
7?
I mean, 2, 1.
I cannot take Jessie to rob a bank. Anyone else out there to go and rob a bank tonight? Let me know that I can take, that will not do this to me. Yes, so
those of you wondering who's on an electronic board and who isn't, it is the top 2 boards minimum of each section, and then some sections are allowed up to 4 boards of electronic, so live games. We did have a transmission issue at some stage, which I know the arbiters are working tirelessly to solve and just fix up. But while we were on a break, we were also discussing that some of the boards looked a little bit different to what we saw live.
yeah, because we went to Jora's game, and the position that I saw on the game, because I just walked past all the games and checked on the camera and so on, and it was definitely not the position that we were discussing just now.
Yeah, a little bit strange. But it's okay. We're living in a different universe today. We're back to the under 18 open section. And just because we were unsure about the analysis of this, Anzel was running me through her thought process as to what you were thinking. Here, Caleb has 6 minutes on the clock versus Jamie Sonny's 23 minutes. And this is the closest matchup we've had in the under 18 open section on one of the top boards. Here, Caleb versus Sony. And 2100, 2280, anything can happen. And so far, the evaluation says it's equal. However, what were you thinking about here?
Well, first of all, just go back, please, 1 move for white. So here we have to, okay, so the black king goes to h8. Now I have to work through this because if the queen takes the knight, queen check.
We have to go here, right?
Yes,
so
king h2, queen takes.
Excuse me.
Right, queen takes forward, yeah. So there's a check, king there.
It looks like white didn't want the draw because white could have easily gone for this line.
Check, yeah.
So check, and it's a draw, right? Because no matter where you go, it's going to be a draw. Queen just catches the king no matter what. Unfortunately, there's no way the king can hide or, go all the way down here because white's not going to allow it.
So clearly white's playing for a win.
White wants to win clearly, or try at least to win despite the pass pawn sitting over here.
What would you do in this position if you had to play Caleb? If this was
I would be very, very, very content with the draw. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, me too.
But if I'm playing and I was a pawn up for the majority of the game and we hadn't really seen what happened in the middle game, then perhaps. Here it was even sure that white was a little bit better. White had like +3 situation where you were up a pawn. Maybe you even know that you're a little bit better winning. It's hard to adjust mentally or at least make peace with a draw. You don't want to make peace with a draw here.
Yeah.
So after check, king h8, he must have thought for a while here. Let's see how long he spent on this move. He spent almost 4 minutes in an endgame here on this move. Bishop to f2. Stopping the check on f1 and also allowing or at least refreshing this threat on the knight, saying you're going to lose a piece if you don't move this knight.
Yeah.
And maybe it's possible for Caleb to try something because he has a knight. Knights can be tricky to play against. However, this is also something we have to watch out for, this continued check. And I know Caleb's going to try and cover his bases. With 4 minutes on the clock, though, Anzel, I don't know.
Look, if it was 10, if Caleb had 4 minutes and Jamie had 10, okay. But 24 minutes, it's enough time to create complications and then capitalize on it, Okay, so probably so if black plays
Let's see
94.
what black can play here. So 94. Then white has this chance to perpetual check.
Yeah.
Because
But he could do that earlier. Why didn't he?
Because now the case is if white doesn't give a bunch of checks, it could be that black can win this game because this is an immediate threat. Before it was just they're going to win the bishop back and not really checkmate, but this is like there's a checkmate coming.
Okay, so so instead of knight e4, what about knight f7?
I was even looking at queening and just give up another pawn, but that's not really going to help. This is the only thing keeping Caleb from a lost position, probably. And okay, so knight f7. Now it's unsure. I would give, if I was playing with black and wanted to win, I would even give white a slight edge for the hopes that maybe it complicates things enough. Though the ball is in white's court, white has the time and the material and a draw at hand. So white could go check, king. I wonder if this check is possible. Check. Still draw. No? Oh, because this pawn is hanging now. Right. But let's go back to the current position. It was played.
Oh, he played
Knight
knight
f7 was
f7.
played. And I am not strong enough to understand this position, so I'm going to...
Oh, well, I think the idea is to get the knight to... Can the knight go to g5?
I think so. I don't think so.
Because, look, there's always... Oh, you can't even... Because I thought maybe you can bring the queen back later on. Oh.
No, that was me. Sorry.
Oh. Jesse, you cannot do that to me.
I'm sorry, it was a
Give
mistake.
me a little heart attack.
It was
mini
a
heart
mouse-
attack
a
here.
mouse slip.
At my age, you can't do that. You know, this
Oh.
will be on your watch if you do that again.
So can I do it again?
No.
Oh.
Hyena. Okay.
Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so let me just catch up with chat. You're welcome. Yeah, if you have any questions in chat, I'm happy to help out where I can. Let's just quickly check out what white has to their avail. Let's see, c4, queen e7, and b3 are the candidate moves given by the engine. I don't think he's going to play any of these moves.
Why?
I think that he's going to focus on the right half of the board. Because after such a long game, you're more likely to zoom in and fixate on one part of a plan that you may have had and try to still execute that. And I don't know, in my mind, I feel like the normal human thing to do is to check, move the queen closer to the king, try to exchange queens. So like a plan that he's going to fixate on perhaps is to play the queen back to a square like c4, or play the queen to a square where it can retreat, put pressure on this pawn, or play the queen here, but he can't really get the queen there right now. I don't know.
This is not so easy.
It is not easy at all, and we don't have the camera on them to find out.
I was thinking the exact same thing now. I was like,
it
I
would
want
have
to...
helped us. Yeah.
Why did we not put the camera there today?
You know what? If we have people, see, I told you. Did I not tell you that there was going to be a check or try to get the queen closer to the king? And
This is going to be
I
interesting.
feel like
now.
I need to be a psychologist. I would be very bad at it because I would just throw dark humor left, right, and center. But you know what I think? If there's
that should be
someone in
interesting.
chat who has access to about 5 cameras, they should bring it here
So we
that
can put it
use
up in more places.
I know.
Yeah, that can work.
I think so too.
But we need a laptop for every camera too.
We do.
Yeah, and that's
I
where
think
we're
this
running
is
out.
better for black now. I think this position is better for black. It shows
Completely equal.
that it is equal. However,
I like this for black now.
me too. You have to play bishop g3 so that you can play king f2.
Yeah.
However, bishop g3, yeah, beautiful move by Caleb. He found that with very little time on his clock. And if we get him here after his game, he's probably going to say, I was in time trouble, I wasn't so sure, I just wanted to make sure that I'm not losing. And he found this beautiful move, knight to e5, and perhaps his opponent is thinking, I'm still up a pawn, why is this not winning for me?
Because
Why can't I find a way?
the problem is white can't stop knight d3.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, f3 as
Knight
well,
f3,
but
yeah.
knight f3, but knight d3 the bishop's gonna fall.
Question.
Yeah.
What is the best move for white here? Sorry, I didn't look at the lines. I didn't look at that.
Oh, no.
I don't know what it is.
Also don't even look.
Yeah.
Okay, so if the king goes, the threat is knight f3 check.
Yes. But the problem is if you move the bishop, maybe bishop e1. Okay.
Bishop e1 is not working.
Why?
Knight d3.
You got me there.
Because now, if the
What
bishop
is the
moves to
move?
queen,
There's
and,
only
and
one
you
move.
take, so the bishop is going to fall.
There's only one move to save this position, I believe. That's all I saw from the lines. I saw 0-0, and the rest was giving an advantage to black.
You see, the fact that black's queenside pawns are on light squares help here, because now even, the bishop is going to fall. How is
I don't know what to play here for white. Because if you move the bishop along this diagonal... Okay, I don't think you're meant to move the bishop, actually. I think you're meant to play this. I think you're meant to play king
okay,
here.
so play king there,
No, even that is bad.
because knight d3,
Knight d3 is coming.
knight d3 is coming, and even the problem is he needs the f2 square for the king.
Find it.
He's going to find, he needs the f2 square for the king. So if the king
Oh,
was not, if the
no.
bishop was not an f2, that
Yeah.
was absolutely fine.
What a nice... He has 19 minutes, but we can't find this. Because can't move here, and king g2. Okay, so king g2, knight d3. We spoke about this. Knight d3.
And then,
I don't know. He found king g2
what are we missing?
a lot, apparently.
Seems like it. No.
All I'm thinking is king f3, queen takes, knight takes, king here, but knight just escapes somewhere. I don't know what to do.
Jesse, it feels like this is one of those puzzles that seems absolutely impossible, and then the moment you see it, it's like, oh, okay, yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah. No, I mean, I think this should go into our next newsletter. We
will publish tomorrow.
We have an African Youth Chess Championship newsletter that's
we
been
do?
drafted.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have access to that. It's very well written. We have some photos from opening ceremony and stuff like that in it. King g8 was played? Question mark? Wait, are we missing some moves?
What are we missing here?
I don't know.
Please help me. What is?
How is king g8 played here? What about knight d3?
What are we missing?
I don't know. Someone explain. I don't know if this is truly what happened. Why not knight d3 right away? Exactly, why not knight d3 right away? I'm going to double check. King f3 is the only move. Then you queen. Bishop takes. Knight takes. Check. King e2, knight e2. King f3. Knight e1. Maybe it's just
distract.
perpetual now. Okay.
Distract.
Because you can't come back. That's so smart. But you can play this. Oh, king takes g5. And you have a pass pawn.
Okay, but you get your knight out.
You do, but I don't know if
Not
it's
enough.
worth it. Yeah.
Sure.
Because now your knight's stuck on the wrong side of the pawn.
And
That's
that
so smart.
is why
They are 2100s and we're not.
2200.
2280.
This
Wow.
is so nice.
The fact that he went back with the king, he saw all of that.
Of
And he
course.
said, that's not going to help me at all.
But do you see again how cute this is, because the knight is still holding the f4 square.
From afar.
F3 square.
Yeah. It really, really is doing a good job here. And these are the last few moves that were made. And I think players will be rather content with a draw after this, because king... Oh.
No.
Okay, king e2, I think same thing, right? So king e2, knight g2, king f3. Hang on.
Oh, he's going for the
Yeah,
crimson.
but I'm not convinced.
I'm not convinced either. What about
Because
beef?
I think knight f3 here. I think knight f3, nothing's updating, so we don't know the evaluation of this position yet. It hasn't come through. We might have to refresh. I think I'm going to refresh because I'm getting impatient here. I'm getting a little bit impatient. There's no way.
Well, Caleb is back in the game where he was.
He wasn't in the game and now he is in the game. I don't know. There's still no evaluation available to us. Until we see the lines coming through, we don't know what's going on. That evaluation bar could be wrong. I'm going to turn it off and on. Do you have a bowl of rice I can put it in?
Bill of Rights?
A bowl of, not a bill of rights.
Not
a
the
bowl,
bill.
a bowl of rice.
A bowl of rice.
Yes.
Please round your letters, your words.
I don't know if a bill of rights is going to help us yet. Do you have a bill of rights I can use to yeah. Oh, someone in chat says a highball.
Highball. Okay.
This is intense.
But, so if the king goes to...
Laubscher says minus 2.5, which means it's better for black.
Black, yeah.
I would also think so. You would have to play king e2 and exactly what we were looking at. But maybe if we play a couple dummy moves, it'll tell us exactly what's going on. So maybe the move here is actually knight to g2. Knight to g2. Or not even. Maybe it is king to f here.
What about b? Is b5
maybe
not an
that's
option?
good.
Is
Sorry,
b5?
I like selected a bunch of things. B5. But why move a pawn when the king is heading in that direction anyway?
Because now, at least, if the king goes to... Yeah, then you have a check.
Going for this.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Then
so
it's
smart
check. Then the king
sometimes.
goes there, you take. The king goes there. Yeah,
Yeah,
take.
something like
There.
this.
Then you go up.
Here.
Yeah. If the king takes, you gotta check. Then you pick up all the pawns.
Yeah.
If the queenside pawns, if the knight can stop the queenside pawns, black can win this. Maybe also not necessarily because the king must still come back and the king can get opposition. So it depends on what black does. No, he should be able to stop it, I think.
2 minutes left on the clock. He played it. He played b5.
Oh!
Wow, I'm so impressed.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so it is confirmed that Anzel is a 2280.
Undercover.
And
I hide it really, really well.
Over cover. Oh my gosh. It's a draw now according to the engine. If c4.
Oh, they didn't.
No!
Oh, we're going to what I
Oh
said.
my gosh! Is he going to win this game?
Check.
Coming from an equal position where White, in fact, had a draw in
Yeah,
hand.
this is exactly what we
This
went
is
through now.
insane.
Is this
Okay.
a joke? Okay,
I
knight
don't
takes
think it's
pawn.
a joke.
Knight takes pawn.
I think it's real life.
Come on, Caleb, take the pawn. Take the
Is
pawn,
this
Caleb.
the real life?
Ah.
Is this just fantasy? Caught in a landslide. No escape from reality. Open your eyes. This is insane. Okay, I'm sorry that I had to expose you to.
But now let's see quickly. So now
Apparently
this
it's
is
minus
okay.
36 now.
Oh dear.
All right, so 94. This is what you said.
It's exactly what I said.
Wow. Who are you?
It's-
What have you done with Anzel?
Yeah.
No, this is
You might
Anzel,
call me
guys.
Caleb now.
I think hopefully we can get him in here a little bit later to tell us. I swear Jessie said she wouldn't sing today. Yeah, and then I don't swear on the stream. So yeah, I think it's getting a little bit late.
I think White should have spent a little bit more time on this earlier because he had the time.
He's gonna kick himself for sure.
Yeah, he had the time.
Yeah, and go.
But Jamie was playing really well here, hey?
King f3.
Yeah.
But it
Jamie's
seems
gonna
so,
hate himself for
It feels
rushing
like
this.
a human move. Like you
Yeah.
go after the queenside pawns, and there's no way for the opponent to come back, even though they're a knight up. Maybe in his mind he was like, I'm down a piece, and there was nothing I could do. And there was rationale behind king g8 because that king needed to come around to the king side, and he found the best way forward.
I wonder how Caleb is feeling now. He must feel so relieved.
He must
eh?
feel elated.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now he's leading the tournament with 4 out of 4 points. And that is a convincing start, I must say. And when you start that strongly going into the middle of the tournament, sadly, players don't have a rest day, but at least, we spread out the rounds enough for there to be maybe, I think there's a total of 2 double rounds and the rest on 1 game a day. Enough time to rest and maybe even go and see the city with Gold Reef City and all the rest. Have you ever gone to Gold Reef City?
Oh, yes. I haven't done that death drop thing. I don't know if that's even still there. That thing that goes like straight
I've
down.
never been to Gold Reef City, so I don't know.
It's it's like
Yeah.
it's like this mine trokkie. What do you call that? Like a
Oh, one of those mine
like
shaft
a vine
things,
key
yeah.
thingy, yeah,
Okay,
that you sit on, and then it goes like straight
But
down.
can
like
you
zip.
can you go and find gold or not?
I won't even do that if I know that there's gold down there. No. But I did the cobra. Is the cobra? No, the cobra is in Cape Town. What is that one
Oh,
called?
that was Rotunda Junction.
Anaconda.
Anaconda.
Whatever. But I did that one. I
Okay,
did that
okay,
one. I
okay.
lost my flip flops.
Oh no.
Yeah, but I mean, who
I've
goes
heard,
on?
I've heard of
Who
people
goes
who
on
lost
those?
their teeth, so
Okay, no. Okay, so it could have been worse.
It could
But
have been
I mean,
worse.
who goes on one of those rides with
Yeah.
flip flops?
yeah,
Me.
you.
Yeah. So
Right.
anyway, so
Next time you have to tighten your toes.
something like that. Yes.
Yeah, indeed. And yeah, I feel like I'm one of those people who are like a South African, but not really a South African because I haven't gone up Table Mountain. I think recently was the first time I went to Cape Town Beach. I haven't been to Gold Reef City.
Have you been to Robben Island?
I haven't been to Robben Island.
I don't think you should go there though. They might keep you. It's a
I
prison,
think so
you know.
too. I think I convinced a kid at the school I was coaching that I have a chalet at Robben Island. They're like,
dear.
"Ma'am, do you know what Robben Island?" And I said, "Yeah, no, I have a home there." And they're like, "Really, ma'am? Like, what? How do you get there?" And I was like, "No, I sail."
Tracy,
Yes.
what if white plays? Okay, I know this. I mean, this is clearly winning for black. But what if white plays a5?
A5.
There's nothing there, right?
King A5.
Yeah.
Knight takes C3.
Yeah.
And then?
No, there's nothing. Oh, wait.
Because the
Then-
knight's
then
protecting
A3.
D5. No, but then just King F6. Whenever the king moves, then...
But if we play A3, we leave the pawn. Or now we play A3.
Right now.
Hmm?
Knight takes C3.
No, yeah. And then King A5.
Where does the king want to go?
Because the king wants to go to B4. If the knight moves away, take the pawn.
Oh, but then knight B1.
Mm-hmm.
You sacrifice the knight.
Still doesn't work. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing there.
Unfortunately not. And now is the
man.
worst time to spend that time because, in all honesty, he's not spending time analyzing the position. He's spending time trying to figure out where he went wrong.
Yeah, that's very true what you said now, no? He's trying to find the win that he missed.
Yeah. No,
And
he's
it's
probably
too
going
late.
back and he's like, at what point did things go so horribly wrong? And
He's
it's not so
punishing
easy.
himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in turn, he's also punishing his opponent for sitting there. But I'm sure Caleb is sitting there with a little smile on deep down on the inside like a winner.
Oh, Caleb.
Yeah, no, but well played by both sides. I think this will be over very, very soon.
Jesse, just to come back on your earlier conversation where you said about the free day, we actually had a conversation the other day. I had a conversation with one of the parents who travel with their kids from another country up in Africa, East Africa. And we had a conversation about the free day part, you know. And you remember in the olden days, especially even when we play the African individuals, we normally used to have a free day. Nowadays, we opt to not have a free day, rather play less double rounds,
That's
and
true.
we'll rather play every single day.
Yeah.
But you know what? If we think about this event, for instance, to have a free day, do you have any idea how expensive that is to have that free day? Because remember, we must still pay the venue costs. So you pay for the hall for that day. The parents pay for that for the day to stay, you know, the accommodation. The parents who are, even if they're not staying here, it's an extra day leave. We forget about these things.
That's true,
So
actually.
it's an extra day to do what?
To do what?
And even for those visiting, but my point is, if you want to see the place and you want to do sightseeing, then stay a day longer or come a day
Exactly.
earlier.
Don't force everyone else to do it with you.
And especially on the locals, it's very expensive.
Okay. Oh, true.
Think
true.
about it, the locals, you know? I mean, if we travel from Cape Town and we play in Johannesburg, we might not want to spend a day sightseeing. Yeah.
Well, actually, a lot of the US tournaments I know do a lot of double and triple rounds, and they're used to that. But of course, we want to try and have as few rounds a day as possible, I mean, even 0 would be nice, but 1 round a day is 1 round a day is good. It's comfortable, and you have the players bring their best game with that. So
I just want to answer that. So every day should be double round? No, absolutely not. But we used to have a free day, so there would be, let's say, 1 or 2 double round day, and then one day will be a free day somewhere in the middle for some sightseeing or something. And nowadays they tend to do away with that because it costs the organizers too much, and especially the locals also not traveling, and those traveling. At least if you travel and you want to go sightseeing, you have the option of paying for an extra day, coming earlier or staying later. But if it's in the middle of the tournament, you don't have an option. You have to be there.
free day is expensive.
Very true. Very true.
Oh my gosh. And we have on board too someone named Knowledge.
Who's James Wade?
I don't know. I think it's just a viewer.
Is that not Caleb's coach, maybe?
I don't think so.
Oh, no,
I've
his
seen
name
them-
is not Wade. No.
His name's not Wade. no.
Jim Wade, who are you?
You're asking the viewers to dox themselves.
Oh, should I not be doing that?
Oh no, it's okay. I ask them all the time. They just say
I don't know
They beat around the bush.
I don't know the netiquette.
the netiquette. I see what you did there.
Yes.
No, I'm saying here that the player's name is Knowledge.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But knowledge in this case is not power. Because he's losing.
Not always.
Yeah. Unfortunately. It's
Oh,
crazy. to
there we
think
go.
he's
Wade
losing.
the cook from South Africa. Hi, Wade.
So he, in fact, doxed himself. You did that to yourself, man. You did that to yourself. No, I'm joking. Thank you so
What
much
do you
for
call
being
it?
here.
Docs.
Dox.
What is it?
D-O-X. It's basically when...
Revealing yourself.
Yes, but sometimes you can dox someone else by accident. So
Oh.
you might reveal where you are or where you live.
So if I have a name there
Yeah.
and I pretend to be Jessie February.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's happened before.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What did they do?
What did they do? They opened up a chess.com account. They...
No, but I mean,
My name.
trash talk, like do really bad
Oh.
things here and then pretend to be Jessie February.
It's happened, but probably not.
But that was actually you.
I'm not popular enough, unfortunately. It was me. It was me. I did that and then pretended that I wasn't. I was someone
Okay, so
else.
how
Yeah.
are they? Oh, this is a different game.
It's a
I had a
different
mini
game.
heart attack now. I was
No,
like, how did
it's
this
like, how
guy
did
get
they-
all these spawns back?
Exactly. It just magically appeared, I think.
Uh-huh. So Caleb is done? No?
No, not yet. He's still thinking and punishing himself, unfortunately.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Are there any other... Oh, okay.
Oh, nice. That's awesome to hear. It's always nice to see fellow chess content creators out there watching the stream and enjoying it. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. But we will have to wrap up at 7. So we have about 7 minutes of amazing content to create, you and I, on the stream.
No sing. Are you singing?
Thank you singing, and
No.
I'll do the beatboxing.
We will have absolutely no people watching tomorrow.
Okay,
We will
true.
have parents calling me, us,
Us.
to shout at us for the kids having nightmares
Oh.
tonight.
Nightmares.
Yeah,
Wow.
if
That's
I'm
another
singing.
extreme.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Someone went on stream yesterday doxing me. Ah, I see. Funny. I'm so sorry that. I mean,
Doxing.
sorry.
So that's my word for today, doxing.
doxing. No, I thought it was VOD.
Bro.
Oh, that was
What?
yesterday.
Bro, and fam was yesterday.
Romeo and Juliet.
No, bro and
Romeo
fam.
and
Don't do that.
Homiet.
Don't do that.
Sorry.
So,
Yes. All right. So
Doxing.
we can.
I need one other word for today.
You need one other word. Do you remember what VOD means?
Yes, that was also yesterday. So yesterday I learned 3 words.
Yeah, but do you remember what it means?
Yeah, the video shabadaba.
VOD.
Yeah,
What does it stand for?
something for video on doxing.
Oh my god, that's good. That is
Oh,
very, very
it's
good.
that. It's where you look at the video to see. It's like the umpire on.
The umpire.
Yeah, video umpire.
Let me just quickly see who's still playing there. So this is under 16, under 18, under 16 girls are still playing. So let me go take a look at the
No,
under
that's
16
VAR.
girls.
Oh dear.
VHS.
Video
means-
shabadaba. Okay, so just for those who don't know, I have my own language. We call it Anzel. So you
Yeah.
need to speak Anzel as well. And
do.
I have these words that if I don't remember something, then I use that word. So shabadaba is one of the things. So if I don't know what it is, I will just say, give me the shabadaba there. And
Yes.
then she needs to know what it is.
Uh-huh.
And my other word is ratata.
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 I love that.
Yes.
I love that. So tell us what you are going to be doing tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow we are wrapping up on the preparation of teachers course tomorrow morning.
Oh, is it the last one? Tomorrow?
Yes,
Okay.
and tomorrow while we will start streaming, they will write their exam. So I
Okay,
have
so-
someone to invigilate for me on the exam. And hopefully we will have some schools instructors tomorrow, new schools
Nice.
instructors.
That's exciting.
I think Tyrone is also, Tyrone also did the course with me online. He did the online one. So he's also a FIDE schools instructor. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. I
that's very
educate
impressive.
your watchers, your
My job.
viewers.
Which means I have to get with the program, I think.
Yeah.
So I'll
Yeah, you
write
do.
the preparation of teachers course at some point, and then the preparation of lecturers course.
Absolutely. Oh,
Yeah, one day.
who's this now? Oh, that's
So this is
sorry.
the under 16 girls section, and it's
Little Tyrone.
Women International Master Joy Romani from Egypt versus Tunisia. Like I said, we have a lot of these matchups. I think they just finished their game. They both queened at the same time, but actually one player was winning, and now it's draw. The real Tyrone, please stand up. Yeah. Speak Anzel as well. That rhymed.
No, wait, isn't this a win for...
For who?
No, it's a draw. I see now. No, I thought there could be a... Let's check.
A shabadaba.
A shabadaba. What's that word that they put there?
A thingamajig.
Oh, the thingamajig. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, but that's so old school. Oh, come on. That's
Okay.
like 1980s. I'm joking.
Didn't we all decide earlier that we should all quit school for chess? Didn't we decide earlier that we should all quit school for chess? So
School for chess, what is that?
we should quit school.
Oh, for
For
chess.
chess.
Yeah, who
Yes.
needs school?
Yeah.
Just don't drink and drive. But
No, don't. What has that got to do with school and chess?
dingus. Dingus. My grandma
Dingus.
used to say then if she couldn't remember something, then she would say the dingus.
The thing.
Then so we would sit at the dinner table and then she wants the, let's say, the tomato sauce. So she would
Okay.
say, give me the dingus daar langs die wat se naam.
Oh, and then you have to figure out what that is. And if you don't know what it is, then you're in trouble.
The something next to the something.
Yeah,
So,
the thing
okay,
next to the
that's
thing.
okay.
Yeah. But Anzel, I think since majority of the games are over, let's just quickly double check that game that we saw in the under 18 section to see if it's over as well. And then we can start saying our final words for the day.
Yes.
Okay, looks like Caleb did win. Congratulations to Caleb
Well done,
for
Caleb.
winning that game.
And Jamie, well played. It
Yeah.
was a well fought game, and I think I will be sad if I was him tonight because he
Yeah.
had drawing chances at least if we analyze that correctly. But I think he had winning chances, and it's nice to see that there are up and coming players that can match up with 2200s
That's true.
and our under 18
He had the
section.
fighting spirit, and he
Yeah.
didn't ever want to settle once, and
Yeah.
that's really, really good. I'm always one of those people as well who stubbornly don't want to take a draw when a draw is the best result in the position, and just try to, overexert, and it often leads to one's demise. So,
Yeah.
Anzel, I will be seeing you tomorrow for round 6. Round 5,
Yes.
I will be left alone, sadly, but joined by some special guests who I'll introduce to you tomorrow morning. And I think we need to have an extra cup of water tomorrow morning when we're up quite early. By water, I mean coffee. But yes. No?
Is JD sleeping? No, not yet.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. So everyone who played, if you played today, well done. Whether we don't win or lose, we win or learn. So those who learned some lessons today, I hope you take it, you make the best of it. And some advice, my last advice for today, never take a loss to the heart or a win to the mind
Yes. And
or to the head. Never let a win get to your head and a loss to your heart. There it is.
yeah, I like that. I was going to add to it, but I think we're going to end on that note. That was beautifully said, Anzel. Thank you so much for joining me. And signing off, JC February, Anzel Laubscher. We are going to see you tomorrow. Love you all. Bye.
Good night.
Bye, bye, bye.